Yeah, you telling me, yeah, we could wait till 11:15. No, no, no. We gonna start it now. Don't even trip. All right, what's going on, peoples? We back in action. Shit, we had some stuff we had to take care of. You know, I had stuff I had to take care of. B had stuff he had to take care of. Real world shit. But we back in action. And we coming back with something crazy. Yeah, I mean, we gonna watch this debate because one on the I wish I was doing this for the last debate because the last debate would have it would have been so much better to did the last one and then have this one. But because the last one was full of a lot of information. This one they didn't really give too much information, but they gave some information that we can use and go over. But it was entertaining. I'm gonna say that if nobody seen it, nobody had a chance to watch it, it was entertaining. Uh, they was talking about they had one time they was talking about golf and then they had girl they had a whole like 15. I felt like it was like 15 minutes of them going back and forth about damn golfing and shit. What's up, Heavy Lefty in the building? Yeah, bro, we back, bro. We back. We like I said, we had some real world stuff we had to take care of. Yeah, I mean, so
What's up, Lefty?
a lot of a
Good,
lot of
you, bro.
family stuff we had to get done. But yeah, we ain't going nowhere. We back. And like I said, we bringing something good for y'all.
And then at the same time, it's always good to take a break, uh, because in break time, you know, it's time to reflect internally where you at as an individual in this large scheme, this thing we call life. So, you know, and the breaks symbolize the one that we ain't gonna be on here all the time.
Hmm.
It's gonna come a time where me personally, I won't be doing no talking. It's gonna come a time to where, I don't think nobody gonna be doing no talking because we're gonna be too busy dealing with other issues. But, you know, the time away is always needed. Um, Even in sports, you got a
Hmm.
season and then you have off season. So, and when life start lifing for real, you don't have all your resources have to go to the issue at hand. See these videos, that's when you got extra. That's when you got extra energy, extra whatever you want to call it to give to whoever may be listening. But when life is happening in your life, all your resources have to go to dealing with whatever's in front of you so that you can either A, go through it or B, move past it so that you can get back to, you
Hmm.
know, what we doing. So that's what that was for anybody concerned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts, facts. And I had when I had talked to you when I was doing the demo stuff in the backyard. I put a little video out.
Yeah, I seen you.
Put a video out just to keep them informed. That we weren't going nowhere, and like B said, in down times like this, this is that was your moment. That was your moment to recap on the videos that we did. You know, see see what's in your stuff, see what's in your pantry, see what you need to stock up on. I mean, see what you need to pay attention to. Just on your everyday situation, like B was saying, because like you never know like when life is gonna really hit you, and you really gotta make a decision. All right, am I going to do this, or am I just going to face this and go the other
And
way?
and speaking of being prepared, I'm sure you already know, Chop, but uh, UK, the government of United Kingdom, is pretty much buying MREs for the
Hmm.
citizens. You know what I'm saying? Telling them you need to at least have 3 days of canned water and food. They say canned in Europe, we say canned in America.
Hmm.
But
Mandatory.
because of the threat of war and situation where it may not be a store to go to,
Hmm.
let alone talking about making it there. So just putting that out there as far as being prepared. This is not just two black men on YouTube on some conspiracy shit. No, this is some real life, you know,
Yeah. No,
things.
it my fault. And if like B said, if you just go back and look and recap on the stuff, bruh, is everything that we done talked about and mentioned is literally right here in front of us right now. What we're going through.
So but yeah, that debate was the little
Hmm.
tidbits I've seen because I didn't watch it, but the little tidbits I've seen, that boy Joe Biden is something else.
Hmm. Oh yeah, like I said, and we gonna run through the video, but we're not gonna watch the whole video. Like I said, we're gonna run through it. We're gonna skip to parts that I felt like was important to talk about. And the golfing situation, we might I might let that run just so you can see how, like, how much of a joke this is to them.
And
You see
see the golfing comment is indicative of how the DAs and the lawyers golf while they talking about your case.
that? Hmm.
It's nothing major to them. It's just a topic of conversation. Same way the elites see the masses. See that was a what they call the macrocosm of how the elites, people in positions, see those of us who are not. And the microcosm of that is the judicial system, the DAs, the judges, the lawyers, all of them friends, and they're talking about are they gonna give you probation or
Hmm.
if I birdie this shot, will you give my client probation?
Hmm.
That's what they doing. That's how they getting down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just throwing that out there for the similarity. It's funny golf because I know golf and yeah, DAs and judges do a lot of that too.
Hmm. Oh yeah. That damn near every business salesman and top elite, you gotta be up there though. But yeah, let's start this video up just to see what we dealing with.
Question and 1 minute each for responses and rebuttals. An additional minute for follow up, clarification, or response is at the moderator's discretion.
When it's time for a candidate to speak, his microphone will be turned on and his opponent's microphone will be turned off. Should a candidate interrupt when his microphone is muted, he will be difficult to understand for viewers at home. At the end of the debate, each candidate will get 2 minutes for closing statements. There is no studio audience tonight. Pre-written notes, props, or contact with campaign staff are not permitted during the debate. By accepting our invitation to debate, both candidates and their campaigns agreed to accept these rules.
Now, please welcome the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Folks, how are you? Great to be here. Thank you.
Bruh, bruh. Why did they do this man like that, bruh? Why did they do him like they catch him in the worst positions ever, bro? It's like he looked like somebody should have been helping him the whole time out there. Like this shit crazy.
Well, I'm talking about that man walk like them bunions giving him hell.
What? And he's supposed to stand up there for a whole hour and 30 minutes talking? Oh jeez.
Look at his face.
Bruh. Bruh. I'm telling you, like everything about this man looks like he's just ready to kick the bucket anytime, bruh. Like, why did it? And I think in here I heard something about if he does his whole term, does another 4 years, he would be like 89 or something like that.
So much for having strong leadership.
Oh we
It's 89, bro.
Please welcome the
89.
45th.
And I think if Trump does his 4 years, he will be 82 at the end of it. I think that's what I heard.
President of the United States, Donald Trump.
Man, bopping. You see it? Oh man, bopping up there. That's crazy.
Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Let's begin the debate, and let's start with the issue that voters consistently say is their top concern: the economy. President Biden, inflation has slowed, but prices remain high. Since you took office, the price of essentials has increased. For example, a basket of groceries that cost $100 then now costs more than $120. And typical home prices have jumped more than 30%. What do you say to voters who
Nah, no
feel they are
cap.
worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump?
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly
Look at
handled.
Trump face.
Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach in your arm. You'll be all right. The economy collapsed. There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was terrible. And so what we had to do was try to put things back together again. And that's exactly what we began to do. We created 15,000 new jobs. We brought on a position where
Come on, man. Come on. See, that's why this nigga need a mask. He need to
I'm
he need
talking
a
about because
mask.
the way that bottom lip trying to get that
Big
trying to get
Bird
it out, not working.
is not working, bruh. I'm
All the
telling
nanoparticles coming out your mouth. Choke. Say, man. I
mm,
don't know.
mm.
I don't know.
Hey, hey, look, no cap, no cap. I want y'all to take this and run with it like, oh yeah, yo, Chop a Trump lover now. Yeah, I mean, no, it's not that, bruh. I just know that this guy right here that we looking at right here, he was never supposed to have been in office, bruh. He was never supposed to have been in office. He is a reason why. Is a reason why he couldn't get it back then the multiple times he tried. You see what I'm saying? Is a reason why he had to go get a black man to have to be the basic face form to be like, oh yeah, Biden's cool. He rock with black people. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I fucks with Obama. Man, hey, bruh, you miss me, bruh, miss me, bruh. I ain't even gonna cat. I fuck him.
we have 800,000 new manufacturing jobs, but there's more to be done. There's more to be done. Working class people are still in trouble. I come from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I come of a household where the kitchen table, if the things weren't able to be met during the month, it was a problem. Price of eggs, the price of gas, the price of housing, the price of a whole range of things. That's why I'm working so hard to make sure I deal with those problems. And we're going to make sure that we reduce the
Cat, cat.
I'm trying to figure out where you came up. He came up in whatever city he said in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
What
Yeah.
does that have to do with eggs and all that other stuff he mentioned? Like, he lost me right there.
You're the reason why. You're the reason why, bruh. We got the eggs. The reason why we got eggs high, milk high, cereal high, gas high, shit. The cost of living high. Yeah, man. Because what? That's see. This is why the first debate was so important. The first debate was so important because in that debate, Biden said, "Yeah, we're going to, and we're cutting all the pipelines that we don't need, and we're limited pipelines, and we're limited all that. We're only gonna have a certain amount of people that we're gonna be dealing with, and all that shit." As soon as I heard that part, bruh, I said, "Oh, that's gonna make everything go back up. Everything's starting to go is going to go back up." I said this 4 years ago when they had the same debate, bro,
Man,
and look
mm-mm-mm.
what happened. Prices through the roof. Prices
Talking
through the
about,
roof.
talking about you got folks stealing food now.
Hmm.
Used to, it used to be a time where when people would go steal, they would steal, stuff that you could resell. But a
Right.
lot of these thefts recently that I've been watching, people stealing food,
Mm. If that don't
people
sound
stealing,
like a third world country,
people stealing clothes. When you stealing clothes out of Target and Walmart, that's some other shit.
hmm,
Like real talk. Target and Walmart, what you finna do with
hmm.
that? But word,
But where?
but
Yeah, you
that,
can't resell
but
that.
that, right? But that means that you don't have the money to buy it if you in those stores stealing it or trying to steal it.
Hmm.
And I'm seeing a lot of black women going to jail. A lot of black women doing a whole bunch of shoplifting. So we can keep playing like it's not real and ain't nobody being affected. Just jump
Mm.
on some of these police body cam videos. These people ain't stealing no major shit,
Right.
but destitution create desperate people. But back to the debate.
Yeah.
Price of housing. We're going to make sure we build 2 million new units. We're going to make sure we cap rents so corporate greed can't take over. The combination, what I was left with in corporate greed, is the reason why we're in this problem right now. In addition to that, we're in a situation where if you take a look at all that was done in his administration, he didn't do much at all. By the time he left, things were in chaos, literally chaos. And so we put things back together. We created, I said, those jobs. We make sure we had a situation where we now we brought down the price of prescription drugs, which is a major issue for many people, to $15 for a insulin shot as opposed to $400. No senior has to pay more than $200 for any drug, all the drugs they can include beginning next year. And the situation is and we're going to make that available to everybody, to all Americans. So we're working to bring down the price of around the kitchen table, and that's what we're going to get done.
Thank you, President Trump.
We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We have never done so well. Everybody was amazed by it. Other countries were copying us. We got hit with COVID, and when we did, we spent the money necessary so we wouldn't end up in a Great Depression, the likes of which we had in 1929. By the time we finished, so we did a great job. We got a lot of credit for the economy, a lot of credit for the military, and no wars, and so many other things. Everything was rocking good. But the thing we never got the credit for, and we should have, is getting us out of that COVID mess. He created mandates that was a disaster for our country. But other than that, we had given them back a country where the stock market actually was higher than pre-COVID, and nobody thought that was even possible. The only jobs he created are for illegal immigrants and bounce back jobs, a bounce back from the COVID. He has
I mean, is he lying? Is he
A-
lying?
all I know is when I was playing with the stock market, it was under his administration, and you know I made a little couple of coins fooling around, but
Mhm.
uh You know, by and large, everybody that I know was doing better financially under his administration than they are now.
I mean, I mean,
And I'm
can
just saying,
now
in my personal sphere of people that I know, yeah, everybody was doing better under Trump as far as money wise, even the hustlers.
now can we can we say can we say that Trump had a big factor in keeping everything affordable because the debate is Trump don't know what he's doing. Trump's not a good businessman. He never been a good businessman. You know, he he like basically they saying how can this guy who failed in business and never had a successful business or never really ran a successful business, how can he run president? How can he be the president? But when you look at, like you said, the statistics on the fact, it looked like he been doing a damn good job.
I like I say, I just use the people that I know and see, talk to on a regular basis, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And look at where we were 2021, uh 2020, 2019 financially as opposed to where we all are right now. Everybody was doing better as far as having more disposable income. People, because again, at this time, you got to think during Trump administration, that's when people were going out to eat a lot of food pictures. You had the foodies, whatever the fuck, I mean, whatever that is. Somebody, they call themselves. But it was a lot of that going on because people had disposable income to go out to eat, to go shop, to go do that. You don't see too much of that now on social media because people don't have that money just to go out and mess off.
hmm.
Where you still had a little mess off money under his administration. People were still traveling. Now it's still some people that's traveling, but most of the people that I know in my own personal circle, yeah, shit, everybody playing their cards close to their chest.
Shit, full spectrum just told us damn eating at McDonald's is a luxury.
So what that tell you? So again, if that's coming out of again the mouth of one of their own, what does that say? I'm not saying that he was primarily the responsible agent for that. I'm just saying, as far as presidents go, and the economy is concerned, everybody I know was doing better when Trump was in office. People were still starting businesses when Trump was in office. And black folk ain't really starting no more businesses now because shit, who got startup money?
Hmm.
No, like real talk.
No,
If if
I'm
if you live in paycheck to paycheck, if most of the people live in paycheck to paycheck, hell, it ain't even about starting a business. Hell, who got money to spend in the goddamn business? Even if you got one.
oh
So as far as that go, I mean, shit, that ain't
okay.
even a debate for me. That ain't even a debate for me. Everybody I know, including myself, was doing better as far as the money could do.
Hmm.
You could
I can,
still pay
I can
you could
save.
still pay your bills. Yeah, you could still pay your bills, put a little money back, maybe treat yourself to a meal or a pair of shoes or whatever. When you going paycheck to paycheck, that money is no longer there. That's what that means.
Hmm.
That's what that means. And again, financially, I don't know. nobody that's doing good, i.e., bills not a concern.
Hmm. Right.
I don't know nobody. Like literally, I don't know nobody who is not concerned about bills. Is not concerned about, the quality of life. Again, if you want to look at the quality of life you were living,
Mm.
mm, 2019, 2018, you'll be hard pressed to say you're living a better. Most people I know are not doing better. If anything, they maintaining,
He
or they may be
maintaining.
doing a little worse. Because if your wages don't go up, but the price of everything's going up, how you gonna maintain that quality of life
Salute
that you?
Naeem in the building.
Hey, what's up, Naeem? How you gonna maintain that quality of life if your wages not if your wages not raising at the same prices of goods and services?
Hmm.
So for us, for if you really honest with yourself, it's not even an argument of who was doing who what far as financially, economically, that ain't even an argument. Again, Trump, this PPP, we was fooling then. A lot
Hmm.
of niggas trip. A lot of niggas trip themselves up. A lot of people trip themselves up by not using their money for what it was for. But I'm just saying it was there, and
Yeah.
some people, right or wrong, took advantage of that. Ain't no such thing as that now.
Hmm. No, because the money was actually there, and if you did what you need to do, you could have been successful with the
That's
money. But niggas being niggas, they that's a quick come up for them.
no niggas being programmed by these images and this bullshit ass program called hip hop. What got
Hmm.
niggas ass wrapped up and caught up. You
Yeah.
trying to emulate some shit that wasn't never even real to begin with.
Right.
But that's a whole nother conversation. But far as financially, yeah, bro, it's not even a debate. Like really, you look at the price of everything. How is that even an issue to be discussing? I mean, it's obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that ain't got nothing to do with supporting Trump. That's just stating facts. Shit,
Right.
ask any YouTuber what them super chats and all that shit was looking like prior, fucking prior now. That's really
Hmm.
been on her shit. Them chats and shit, that shit ain't coming for nobody like it used to, because people just don't have it.
Hmm.
And that's just the reality of the situation. Shit. And you
Dang.
can see that people don't have it because you can see how some creators are being forced to produce more content to make up
Oh,
for what
what?
they to make up for what they not making in the super chat. This shit is real. So I mean, again,
Bruh.
so you know what I'm saying? 'Cause so again,
I don't watch a couple stream while I had this break and stuff. I don't watch a couple streams and a couple YouTubes, bro. And then you can hear like, yeah, bro, I ain't want to do it, but I had to get up on here and get y'all this video. It is like, damn, bro. It's like,
because you gotta think under COVID, YouTubing became a job for a lot of people. That
mm,
became a whole lane.
right.
Content creation. Because why people was in the house. Motherfuckers wasn't at work. It wasn't nothing else to do but look at YouTube. So when we came out quarantine, bullshit channels took a hit right there. But everybody channel that took a hit far as finances go is on that super chat shit because people just don't have that disposable income like they used to. Because again, if your wage is not going up, but the cost of all the necessities has went up, you don't have disposable income left. That's why nobody can save.
Hmm.
That's why paycheck to paycheck means you barely making your bills and whatever necessities that you may need outside of that. And after that, ain't no saving. Whatever money you have left is used for miscellaneous shit through the week or through them 2 weeks or that bye week that you
Mm.
don't get paid if you get paid every 2 weeks.
I'm glad you said that too, B, because Trump going in here. Trump gonna speak on your social security motherfuckers. And let me not say that because I just had to go fill out my paper. I ain't have to, but I had I had to go because the wife told me go fill it out, bruh. So all right, bruh. Hey, happy wife, happy life. But Trump's gonna get on that social security shit, and yeah, just think, all those people that came over here, just think where they going at, and now just think about how that's gonna affect your cost and your social security income.
Bro, the way things going, that's not even gonna be
No, it's gonna be
available.
gone. Yeah, it's gonna be yeah,
Right.
it's ready to be obliterated. No cat. All right, let's finish here with Trump guys say.
He's not done a good job. He's done a poor job, and inflation's killing our country. It is absolutely killing us.
Thank you, President Biden.
Well, look, the greatest economy in the world. He's the only one who thinks that. I think I don't know anybody else who thinks he had the greatest economy in the world. And the fact of the matter is that we found ourselves in a situation where his economy, he rewarded the wealthy. He had the largest tax cut in American history, $2 trillion. He raised a deficit larger than any president has in any one term. He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who's lost more jobs than he had when he began, since Herbert Hoover. The idea that he did something that was significant, and the military, when he was president, they were still killing people in Afghanistan. He didn't do anything about that. When he was president, we were still finding ourselves in a position where you had a notion that we were this safe country. The truth is, I'm the only president this century that doesn't have any this decade that doesn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world like he.
No cat, no cat. You could love him or hate him if you want to, but he definitely moves like how a boss is supposed to move. No, I'm gonna dictate. I seen this thing. I'm glad you put that up there because I seen this video and it was a guy talking about handshakes. So he said if a person give you a handshake, right, and it's like this, it's like your hands is like normal. It's more like a respect thing. But if he puts his hand over top of yours, like kind of grips over top of yours, that's like a dominant thing. But if they put their hand underneath, that's more like a submissive. So the guy was like, well, how about Trump? How about Trump handshake where he grab your hand and he bring you in and pat you on your back? He like, oh yeah, that's a he dictating that pace. He's letting you know basically he's like saying that like you my bitch. Like come here, like get over here. Yeah, buddy, yeah, come on. Yeah, like he basically like stepping on him for real. And it's like damn, I ain't never because if when you look at it, Trump does that. He grabs your hand firmly, he brings you in, pats you on your back, and then he releases you like, yeah, man, go about your business. And it's like, damn, bruh, you'll really be doing that shit. So yeah, you can love him or hate him if you want to, yeah, I mean, but he moves how he's supposed to.
Did.
President Trump, I want to follow up if I can. You
Am I
want
allowed
to.
to respond to him?
Well, I'm going to ask you a follow up. You can do whatever you want with the minute that we give you. I want to follow up. You want to.
Did I just say? Did I
Trump like fuck all that.
look all that?
Let me go on and
Yeah.
let me address this real fast. Because he didn't put some again under Trump is the birth of fact checking
Hmm.
and fake news. See, so he on his fact checking shit. Let me go on fact check this part real fast.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
impose a 10% tariff on all goods coming into the U.S. How will you ensure that that doesn't drive prices even higher?
It's not going to drive them higher. It's just going to cost countries that have been ripping us off for years, like China and many others, in all fairness to China. It's going to just force them to pay us a lot of money, reduce our deficit tremendously, and give us a lot of power for other things. But he made a statement. The only thing he was right about is I gave you the largest tax cut in his.
Nah, and and see now that you right. You're right. Both sides got a secret agenda. You know what I'm saying? They got their own agenda. Both sides. So I'm going. But what I'm saying is, I'm going with the affordable side because at least I can save my money, stack my money, and yeah, I mean I can put shit in order where I need to put it in order. With this motherfucker here, it's like you everybody is waiting for that next check. Everybody's waiting for that next check to come in to make sure, yeah, I mean this is paid. Or with that next check, all right, this going. So it's like, damn. And there y'all go. Why see, you know what will hurt this whole thing? Say American like the American people just don't vote. How would they know who to pick? Because
Man,
they got popular vote, they got electoral votes and shit. Like if you just don't vote, period, nobody voted. See, but they understood everybody wants to have a voice. So that's their voice. That's that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? That's their voice, bro. Everybody want to be able to say something, and yeah, that's why when you ask these questions about who you think is better, Trump or Biden, you know what I'm saying? This is why the debates be so real
hmm,
because this the time that everybody can have something to say. Now I can speak on this topic now. I can, you know what I'm saying?
right.
I got you, Naeem. Give me 1 second.
History. I also gave you the largest regulation cut in history. That's why we had all the jobs. And the jobs went down and then they bounced back. And he's taking credit for bounce back jobs. You can't do that. He also said he inherited 9% inflation. No, he inherited almost no inflation, and it stayed that way for 14 months. And then it blew up under his leadership because they spent money like a bunch of people that didn't know what they were doing, and they don't know what they were doing. It was the worst, probably the worst administration in history. There's never been. And as far as Afghanistan is concerned, I was getting out of Afghanistan, but we were getting out with dignity, with strength, with power. He got out. It was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country's life.
Hey, he ain't capping. He ain't cap, bruh. It looked bad over. I don't think people really understand how bad it looks over in that Ukraine shit, bruh. That shit looks bad over there for them.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's bad for them over there. Yeah, I mean,
Before you take off, that's top of one.
yeah, it's hard to talk about that voting shit because it shows so many times about that voting shit. Like even if you vote, it still doesn't go when you think it's gonna go. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
if you vote,
Yeah,
even if you vote, who's to stop them from saying, uh, we need a recount? And in the
How y'all doing?
recount, hey,
what's
what's
up,
up,
man?
man?
See, we shouldn't be voting for these guys. We should be voting for the people in our cities and our states and counties and stuff because they the ones that really make the changes inside your communities.
I
It's
got a
not
question.
these guys. What's going on?
I hope y'all staying hydrated in this 100 and something degree weather. But
Yeah.
I don't believe in the system at all. Like I'm not a person that's on the left or the right or the middle. I just don't believe in the system. I have no reason. I've never been given a reason. I've never believed in the system ever. There are no Democrats. There are no Republicans. By the way, I'm speaking for myself, not imposing my thoughts on anybody. But my question is, I don't believe in voting. Voting, your vote doesn't count. Your vote has never counted. It's always been a way to make sure you stay in the hive mind. To me, not to, people can believe what they want, but it's always just been a way to see how many people are going along with the program that they're like dishing out, right? So my question is, if your vote was real and your vote counted, why don't you get to vote for anything that actually matters, that you actually care about? Like, and I don't believe in voting on the local or no level. Like, you have to buy those seats. I've given plenty of proof that if you live in a moderately small place, if you've got $5,000, you can get on the council or whatever these people run for these positions for. Most times, you're not even going to be running against anybody. But the question for me is, if your vote counts, why don't you get to vote for the things that actually matter? You don't get to vote for how the taxes are spent. You don't get to vote for how much tax is taken out of your check. You don't get to vote on defense. You don't get to vote on environmental things. You don't get to vote on essentially
Minimum
any
wage.
like
Right.
yeah, you do not get to vote for anything that you actually care about. Like I know that it's hard to get people to see it from this perspective, and I don't try because I know what kind of world that I live in. I know I live with
Hmm.
in a world where people are not bright. Like being a bright person in this dark dim world is actually it's torturous sometimes. So you just kind of just get away from it. That's why I stay in my lane. I stay in my own world. You're not gonna see me popping out and giving a fuck. And oh my god, I don't get upset when I see these people. We got, there is no such thing as the lesser of two evils to me, and that's just being a righteous person because evil is evil.
It was evil, right?
Evil is evil. You can't pick the less. If you say, excuse my language, but like, hey, we got we got a person who raped old people, and this person he only raped one old person every 6 months, but this person raped one old person every 3 months. Like, which one you gonna let watch your grandma? Like, that's not like not to be like
Nah,
mean about it, but like
nah,
seriously, like, but that's what I look at this as. It's like they're both. All these people work together. They're all friends. Politics is
yeah.
is war in a way, but it's like you don't get to the thing we can say, oh, we care about abortion, we care about the policy. No, you don't. You care about your paycheck at the end of the day. You care about the things that go on in your neighborhood. I had the fucking police call my girlfriend yesterday, talk about she should just let it go because they can't identify. You mean to tell me we live in a time where you got technology that can zoom in to see a neck crack, but you can't identify a person? That's bullshit. You don't want to do it. And this is the system that we're living. They get you riled up. They get you picking both of these sides just so they can keep you in the high mind. But like you were saying, like, hey, we don't. What if nobody voted? If nobody voted, they'll be panicking and shitting on themselves and going door to door trying to kill folks because that's when you know the program does not work. Your vote does not count. It's not rigged. It's fake. It's not real.
Hold on.
They just
All right.
No,
So
that's real tough.
what I w-
That's
all
all
right,
facts.
not heavy lefty, but this go back to what I was saying.
shout out
Like
heavy left.
when you vote for the people in your community and the people in your community vote for the right people, yeah, shit like that happens. But what we're
I ain't
saying is
convinced.
this vote right here in particular between these two motherfuckers right here, this shit don't matter.
Bro, bro.
They gonna
No,
put
it
whoever
ain't
the fuck they want to put in that bitch. That shit don't matter.
It's like Donald Duck versus Goofy. Like it doesn't matter. They both work for the same corporation,
Yeah, they
and it's
both
so
work for this.
crazy because it's like the fact that this is even like people is really riled up. He came to Chesapeake yesterday, and I mean, just like it's just sounding like your old ass granddaddy just repeating the same bullshit. That everything, your granddaddy come around, he got the same fucking story every time, but you just listen to him because that's your granddad. Like that's how these people are. Like and they stand, and it's just because you hate the other side so much, you feel like you got to pick. Like, I want people to know that you don't have to pick a side. Like, no, like this, you don't have to. People, old
Hmm.
niggas fought to die. Niggas died to vote. Niggas didn't die to vote. Niggas died to not be categorized as animals and to
Right,
get some resources.
right. Thank you. That's the
Right.
part that that's the part
Like,
that they
like
leaving out. We fought
I hate this.
400
I hate this
years
time of
of
year. I hate it.
slavery just to
Yeah,
be
it
able
is
to
trash.
vote. And it's like, bro, first of all, we didn't fight fucking 400 years of slavery. Stop fucking saying that shit. There was no fighting 400 years of slavery. The most it was probably like 100, probably like 80 to 100. Like,
And
stop.
again, when you dealing with that slavery issue, slavery was not practiced everywhere in the states. There's no way everybody was on the plantation, and in fucking less than 100 years, you got Black Wall Streets, you
Hmm.
got Rosewood communities. There's no way everybody was on the plantation because to build shit and to get cities organized, that takes a certain level of literacy.
Hmm.
So that whole slavery concept is a brainwashing, you know what I'm saying, tactic because all of us wasn't on the goddamn plantation. Everybody not descended from no goddamn slave. Some people, folks, came over here before Columbus and was already over here
And scared.
intermingling with intermingling with the natives that were already here before them. So just even on it, so that whole 400-year shit, that's fake in and of itself because everybody wasn't on the plantation. As
Hmm.
far as this voting thing go, Naeem exactly right. With that electoral college, and that's from the outset of the quote unquote United States. You had a popular vote and you had the electoral college, meaning it was always a secret group who decided who was gonna sit in that seat. Never mind what the popular vote say. Like Naeem said, the popular vote is just a thermometer for the elites to measure, to check the temperature of the masses. Are they still voting? Are they still picking sides? Meanwhile, like she said, I ain't never seen uh minimum wage on anybody's ballot, whether it's city council, whether it's goddamn it school principal. I ain't never seen that as an issue for people to vote on.
And it's
You know what I'm saying?
all high. It's a pecking order. Like, just like everywhere you go, there is a pecking order. The people in like cities like we all live in. I think we all live in major cities. Like, they are there. We can say, "Oh, your vote count for the mayor." Bro, if the mayor is clipped in with the president, how much do you think your vote counts?
Hmm.
He's he's in these cities. I live in Richmond. Like, the president's wife used to teach at UVA. This is a known person around here. She comes down here a lot to eat at these rinky dink ass coffee shops she like to eat at. This people block the street off so she could come and drink coffee and eat them stale ass bagels. These people are here to keep you in check. It's not here they're not here because they want to hear, they don't care what you have to say. Because you don't put no money in their pocket. Like I said, if you want to get, you can be the mayor
Right.
or the councilman or whatever tomorrow if you got the money to pay for it. You can't even get to be Trump or Biden if you don't have $52 million. That is
Talk
the
about it.
number. I'm telling you the number. 50, you need $1 million per state to get your name on the ballot. If you don't have that, you're not going. That's even just to get up there to run to be at this level.
That's why you
You
don't
saw
see
that, what's
black
his
folk
name?
on the
Robert
ballot.
Kennedy. Yeah, yeah, and black people on the back. This is the problem. I believe in slavery. I'm from Virginia. I know Virginia history in and out,
Yeah,
through and through. My girlfriend is from the same area that Nat Turner is from. Her whole family is from there, and this is real to me. I
right.
live where Gabriel Prosser had to escape, and I'm from where he escaped to before they read on him. That's why I hate rats. When we get black people that should be, you think like, oh man, like this looks wrong. Well, everybody don't see it that way. Some people just want to be comfortable and be just like the people that's oppressing them because they have Stockholm syndrome. So they'll go to the Trump like I've never seen so many niggas in my life. I didn't even know there was that many niggas in Chesapeake at the Trump rally waving their flag. I'm just like, bro, you're just bowing into like you're really a part of the hive mind. You're
Hmm.
not getting anything for it. You're not. Like, look at the mayor
and
of
and and,
Baltimore. Like,
and,
like
and furthermore, they don't accept your Trump support.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
They
this is
don't accept
Trumpology
that.
or whatever the fuck.
You still a nigga in their eyes. They don't accept your motherfucking Trump support, and they mind you motherfuckers voted for the wrong motherfucker in the first place. Y'all the reason Biden in office. Let them tell it.
And what's crazy is when we walked off the plantation, I say this all the time. All of us might not have been enslaved. We know a lot of us was over here mingling with the Indians that did until they fucking murdered us because they wanted white support and shit. Unless you lived in
Mm-hmm.
like Florida or
Mm-hmm.
Alabama or something, but like
Don't
when we
worry,
walked off,
Naeem. We gonna do a whole live on that. I got all the documents pulled up. I got all the documents
right?
ready. I'm gonna read
I have
that
the
shit. I'm gonna read that shit while, and then we gonna talk about it while I'm reading that shit, bro. So don't
I
even
got the
trip.
very first census of my family being in Alabama,
Let's
being
go.
murdered by fucking Indians and shit. Like I have that. It's written. You can barely fucking read it. It's written
Let's
Oh
out. And
go.
shit.
that's just a little side note. And this is what I know because my mama gave it
Hey,
all to me. Because
hey, Naeem. When I set up that live, I need you to come in with that. I need you to come so see how we can present that up there. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, because
because that's history. Like, and I always ask B, I always ask B this. I said, bro, how is it that if all of us came over here as slaves and we just sold from slave descent, why does these these people have every memorabilia and medal and helmet or clothes or something from back then, but you ask niggas like, where your slave memorabilia at? What you know what I'm saying? You can't provide none of that.
and there's my
Hmm.
thing. When my mama gave me all this stuff, because I said I wanted to digitize it, she wanted back. And I'm like, right, rightfully so. This is your family stuff.
Shout
All I
out
know is
Black Poe in the building.
except Black Poe. The thing is, like when I was going through the census and stuff, this is just a little side note before I say what happened when we walked off the plantation again. You people like to say, "Oh, African American came from the civil rights era." That's a fucking lie, bro. I have a 1903 census where they was calling people Negro. There's another census
Mm-hmm.
from the 18 something where they said black. There's another census where they said African American. They was calling us all this shit back then. But the problem is when we walked off the plantation, we walked off with everybody. I had put a video in that group chat before I removed myself because I just don't like silly ass conversations. Like I had to get the fuck out of there. No offense to y'all, y'all know
Nah,
what I'm
nah, you
talking
good.
about when you go back and look. Ask Phil
Mm-hmm.
about it. But like I put a video in there. They had video cameras back then. See, they have made us believe because everything they say is a lie. Everything they said is a lie. There's some truth, but they got to sprinkle some truth in there so you can be like, oh yeah, it's kind of true because I can prove it. There's a video of us, black people, hand building these railroads. Nobody else did that shit but us. Because if they
Mm.
did, where's their video? There's a
Mm-hmm.
video of black slaves building the railroad by hand, singing a song. The conductor can't read. White man can't read. He can't write. How the fuck he gonna build a railroad? That was the
How you
song
gonna
they were
build?
singing.
Yeah.
That was the song. So I'm just like, bro, like we had some idiots. We had a lot of conspirators because people got fat and lazy. People got comfortable because a few people got sprinkled some shit just to divide us. We was engineers. We was people who built buildings. We was people who built houses. We
Mm-hmm.
was people who could put the plumbing in the ground. And if you've ever seen like how systems used to be run before all the technology came in, like they just switching out some of the technology out here from how gas and stuff is pumped out of the ground. Like that's what we was doing. We were the people who was doing this because their society was lazy. Their society didn't know how to build a railroad. Their society didn't know how to take plants and heal yourself. They didn't know what kind of tea to drink to make
Man,
your stomach cramp go. They didn't know that. We knew that because we are an oral people and we was forced to be together. When
we
they
gonna
started,
be we gonna be
like,
100%. We gonna be 100% real on it. Y'all motherfuckers didn't even know how to wash your ass until y'all came over here. Fuck out of here.
but like real talk, like we
Man,
was.
say.
And I understand people's point about being native people. We are native people. A lot of us was already here. the really on the slave ship, most of those people died on that damn ship. And when they got over here, they basically did the Adam and Eve thing: both be fruitful and multiply with it. Because my thing is, if I can break enough of your minds, I don't have to worry about, uprisings and all of this stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be here and it's gonna be there. That's why our uprisings is they keep it to themselves. Malcolm X don't get a day. People who actually wasn't a threat don't get days. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll acknowledge them if they was just so big, but like these people who are people who was already over here or whatever. You mixing and you mingling and you doing all of that, but people have been coming to this country forever. When the
Mm-hmm.
continents broke up, people have been, you know, whatever or whatever. People coming on boats. Virginia is where everything started. It's where the first boats landed. This is real.
Mm-hmm.
You could come and look at it. So I know that it's real. I got the records that say that it is real. You can go to the Library of Congress in your state and see that these things happen. It's just the fact that now, because of the internet, people have become complacent. They don't want to read. They don't want to actually look it up. They'll call you and ask you a question before they look it up themselves. Something they
Told
could have
Mm,
just
I
looked.
told you, B.
Like,
I told you, B,
like,
bruh.
you
Bef-
know.
before we got on here, I was just telling B that, bro. I'm like, bro, the problem is motherfuckers don't want to read. They don't want to go back and read.
We
That's
have a
that's the
whole
fucking problem,
history.
y'all. If you what they said, B, if you want to hide something from a black man, you hide in the what? A book. Cause
book.
niggas is
Put it in the
scared to
book.
fucking pick up a book and read.
Yeah,
Right.
and like this is a problem with a lot of our stuff. So we don't know. My bad. I'm just saying, like I'm in on this. Like we don't know that we have a whole history of black people with, let's just say, black people with guns in the civil rights movement. There's a whole library section of the black people who defended those people's right to be able to have
Hmm.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, they messing with Naeem. They messing with
Yeah,
Naeem. Yeah.
they probably just hit a bad spot.
Yeah.
peacefully. They can.
Yeah, they but no. See, that's the thing though. Naeem ain't wrong, bro. Naeem's not wrong, bro. I mean, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland. Yeah, man. All these daggone states have
Okay.
have
Okay.
something in common, bro. All and just like I was telling Theo, just because motherfuckers didn't have cars back then don't mean the motherfuckers didn't travel. You know what I'm saying? It might have
Right.
took a day. It might have took a day and a half, or something like that, half a day. But they still traveled back and forth from Virginia to PA, from PA to Maryland, from Maryland to Virginia. Like this shit was a whole triangle for real.
And not even, and
Right.
it's like I have a Sears and Robust catalog, one of the original ones, and it was from like 1908 or something, 1906, whatever the year was, and like you could order a whole horse and carriage out the book. It wasn't that expensive, and we got to
Mhm.
think about like after slavery ended, or so they say, because slavery didn't end until like 1963, but it really just transformed into going to prison.
Right.
But when slavery, when the locking you up and keeping you a prisoner on somebody's land was over, how we was able to build those Black Wall Streets and build those things is because we were the only people with the skills, because we was the only people doing the work. All these other people don't get a history in America until after the Great Depression and stuff like that. Like they don't. My grandma was alive for that. So like, you know, we was able to build and rebuild and do all this stuff because we was the mechanics. We knew how to take care of horses. We knew how to till land. We knew how to build stores. We knew how to, it wasn't no electricity back then. Like, that kind of electricity we have now didn't exist. So, and if it did, we put it in our buildings. That's how we was able to build and rebuild. This is why we're still alive to this day, because of the resilience. It's nothing to
Right.
be. We're the only people that have something to really be proud of when it comes to being here. That's why it pisses me
Mhm.
off when people want to make you feel ashamed about where you from. Bitch, where you gonna go? Talking about you gonna leave America what? To be called a nigger in Portuguese? Are you serious? Like,
Right,
no, no, your ancestors, our people from here, who was born here, whether it was voluntarily or against their will, we built this and we have the right to be proud. So you can celebrate Juneteenth and 4th of July if you want to. You don't have to do either one. But that's your right
right.
to do that. That's why I was like, I believe in free black people. I believe in being black with no restrictions as long as you're not hurting nobody else.
Right.
Because I have had enough of other people trying to moderate us, tell us what to do, tell us what we should and shouldn't, tell us who should and shouldn't. Like, no, free black people or nobody free. It's crazy. Like,
Shit.
it's ridiculous. Like,
No, like
and
real talk.
the lack of reading is gonna keep. This world is
Oh,
going
it's
down,
playing.
and it's
So
because
you
they
got
don't.
you got to have an attention span to read though.
Yeah. Hey, no cap, no cap. That's a one thing that I was breaking down that shit to Fio. Bringing that shit to Fio. You mean like you said, the crack did something to us, but them damn crack babies with the damn pills, bruh, that did a whole nother thing to us, bruh. That shit fucked us up so bad, bruh. From crack to the pills, because a lot of crack babies got labeled ADHD or ADD and got put on medicines and shit.
For
That
a
messed
check
us
though.
up.
For a
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
That's
for a
Yo,
that's the
check.
messed up part.
Yeah.
my aunt, one of my aunts, she always wanted a boy. She adopted this child. I don't know where she got that idea from. But her and her husband, they had adopted a child. They got two girls. They had adopted a boy. The girls is grown now. This little motherfucker can barely read. Talk about he want to go to the polo store, and I'm just like, bro,
What?
like, and I'm talking to like my aunt, and I'm telling her like, you know that like rewarding this behavior is gonna keep him dumb. Oh, he can do this. I'm like, you don't understand the world that we live in. People like
Hmm.
me, the restraint that it takes to not just get out here and just take advantage of every little opportunity that is available is very hard because I can 100% rely on the fact that people will be complacent in the marketplace. People will be happy to be a loser, and you can capitalize on that. And the fact that you're 10 years old, or however old he is now, talking about you want a polo, you only wear polo. Excuse me, you don't even have a fucking job. You're a child. But people are fostering this behavior. And I'm trying to tell her, like, you are crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you even allowing this? This isn't even
Oh,
like you.
oh
Like,
no, no, this my bad. Nah, we doing the breakdown, but yeah, I mean
my bad, y'all. My bad.
we
Yeah,
No,
got
no,
hopefully I
no,
ain't
no.
crazy.
You good.
got off we
You
got
good.
off yeah, we got off a little topic, yeah, I mean, because
Shit.
Naeem
When the
coming in here sending giving y'all valid information that y'all need to be listening to. Because like I said, the next live is gonna be on this particular topic that she's talking about. So you might want to just pay attention and just, sit back
But yeah,
and enjoy
so,
the
so
show for right now.
my bad, y'all. But to run it back to these two
nah, you
clowns
good.
on the screen, it's just like because reading is one of those things where luckily with reading you can train yourself how to concentrate, and then it teaches you how to detach, and it teaches you how to be able to process and everything. Right? Shout out to Poe for even writing. I was like, I'm gonna write a book. I tried the first day. I was like, oh fuck
Mhm.
all that. But like, because it's a real thing. It's not something you just pick up and you
Yeah, that's
start doing. Like these is real.
no, not
You
at
gotta
all.
respect. You gotta really respect people when they are masters at what they do, because it's
Oh,
like we don't
hold, hold
have people.
hold on, my fault, my fault, my fault. And shout out to Alice. That's how you say that name, right? Alice. Uh, How you say that? Can y'all see that up there?
I ain't even in front of the
Yeah, it
screen.
says it about Elias. I can't really look at the screen. I'm driving,
Elias.
but
All right. Yeah, shout
Elias,
shout outs to yo, cause he coming from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to
yeah.
yo.
And this is my thing with even with this question. No disrespect to Elias or Ellis, or because I'm messing it up. My bad. But this is why. reading and comprehending and listening is important because the things that I'm saying relate back to the two people on this stage. Being able to follow is a skill that has become lost. A person should be able to speak and give you the full 100% molecular breakdown so you gain understanding instead of trying to get sensationalism. Not saying that that's what you're doing, but this is what people do. They want it right now. They want the quick fix. I want you to give it to me as processed, or they call it super processed when you talk
Hmm.
about fast food. I want the super processed version instead of trying to get the understanding. The Bible tells you above all that get understanding. Like
Hmm.
you don't need me to just, oh yeah, Trump and Biden is bad, and but we gotta vote for Trump because Biden is super bad. Like, no, you need to understand why neither one of these options is okay, and not that they're just okay, that it's okay for you to say, you know what, I'm not participating in this. Now it's you do what you want as a free black person if you're black. You do what you want, but you do what you want as a free person in general because that's your right, your God-given right to make your own choice, free will. These people on this screen, they keep you in the hive mind. They keep you in the system. They keep you actually believing in something that you know, like, bro, how many presidents have we lived through? You've never got anything to your benefit.
Hmm.
The fact that Biden is even this old and still alive is crazy because of what he has done. He is these people worship Joe Biden. I don't know if people know this. They
Now tell
worship
him
the
about Joe
ground.
Biden. Naeem. Tell him.
They
Tell him about.
worship the ground this man walks on. They worship it. He is the godfather of racism. Point blank, period. The godfather of white supremacy. This man wrote not one crime bill, he wrote two crime bills. He gave you three strikes. He gave you everything.
Hmm.
He implemented
Hmm.
he implemented everything that has to do with segregation back all the way back to bus boycott. He said he'd rather his kids be dumb and go to school with black children. He don't want his children to even be in the same
Hmm.
room with your children. When he wrote that crime bill, it was about
Not
five, six,
Moneybag
seven, eight
Joe.
hundred pages. This
Not
dude,
Moneybag Joe. Come on, Naeem. Moneybag Joe didn't do that. Come
that's
on
what I'm
now.
saying. He handed that shit to Bill Clinton and they called it Biden's law. He was so proud of what he did. He created the disparity, whatever, with the crack and the coke. He is the reason why shit is so bad right now. He's in bed with other countries. He does not care about you. He hates your black ass guts. And the fact that people even like you don't get to speak to me when he went. No, when Bloomberg, it was Bloomberg. When Bloomberg went to that church and they turned their back on him because of all the shit that he's done, bro. We have to start. Why is our memory so short? I don't
and
know what this comment on
and
thing say,
we
but like I said what I said
his,
because we have to get
yeah,
comfortable with standing on business. I'm sorry, bro, but I'm so tired of weak people. I'm tired of retarded people. I'm tired of stupidity.
yeah.
Stupid people,
So
like no, bro. It's one
hold
thing to
on,
ask. My
hold
bad.
on,
I'm sorry.
nine. No, no, no. You good? Hold on. So the part in the part of this live is where you just coming in at. So you coming in to I don't think you was here through the whole thing. So that's why I say you got to sit back and enjoy the show at this point in time because you didn't really see when we started playing in the debate and we was talking about it and how we even got to this topic at hand. Period. So, like I said, this is something where you coming in late and you trying to figure out where the debate coming in. Don't worry, we gonna get back to the debate. Don't trip on that. We getting back to that.
The,
But right now,
the debate is
we're
standing.
teaching right now.
This is,
We're teaching right
this
now.
is entertainment. This is to keep
Right.
you entertained. The debate. You could go to see. I watched it on my TV at the house. Like this is not. I have lost all patience for people who are willfully ignorant. It's okay to ask questions, but it's not okay to be stupid. And you can't do that with me. I respect other people's platforms. That's why I get on and I get the fuck off because I know how I would talk to you on my own.
Now you
You
family in
don't
this
want
bitch.
to gain
Like real
Yeah.
talk.
understanding. We cannot allow people like we have to take this shit back and take control because we've allowed too many people to like you. I forgot which one of y'all said it. That was like, oh, they want to vote because they make them feel like their voice matter. Man, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah,
Everybody don't need a voice. Everybody don't need to be speaking. Everybody don't need to be whatever. I'm a black person. First, I'm a black person who this does not affect. So like the fact that I would even talk about this, me and my girlfriend do not care about this. It's not going to affect us, no matter who is in that White House. What we do for a living and how we live does not. It will not affect. Yeah, we gonna pay a little bit more for it. Yeah, the car insurance gonna go up, but we're not struggling.
Right.
So we're far from it. So it doesn't matter who the president is to me. I'm trying to let you know that my bad. The only way that you can change this is to detach from this system. Detach from getting emotionally involved with these people who are manipulating you. Yes, some of the
Manipulating the
shit that they
masses.
say is right. Yes, some of the shit they say is true. They have to do that. Because if everything
hmm
they said to you was a lie, then you would know that it was bullshit. But if somebody
You
give
wouldn't
you
believe
three
nothing.
lies and 12 truths, you're like, damn, well, it is 12 true things in there I can get with. Like, no, you don't have to. It's more people. Well, not really, because somebody asked me what percentage did I think would vote for Biden and vote for Trump. Like, what percentage did I say that Biden would have to win? I would say he has a 50% chance to win, and the reason he has a 50% chance to win is because people can talk all the shit they want to. Look at the last time it was these two were going head to head. First, they're gonna replace him. By the way, he's not gonna make it to November. They're gonna replace him probably with Gavin Newsom, but don't quote me on that part. But they will replace him
That's
before. They're
definitely in
not
the
gonna let
conversation
him
though.
be the person on the ticket.
hmm He's
But
definitely
he has a
the
fifty
runner up.
percent chance. He has a fifty
Oh,
percent chance of winning because people talk all this shit about who they don't like and what they don't like and what they won't do. But when the day actually comes, more people are going to get up. But see, the internet is not a representation of the world. The internet is a microcosm of the macro problems that society has. That is all that the internet is. You can get up here and say, oh man, nobody fucks with Trump and nobody likes Trump in Virginia because it's a purple state. Nobody likes Biden in Maryland because it's a purple state. But these people is gonna come out and they're gonna go. But on the day of, they're gonna get up and they're probably gonna go pick him because silently they would say that this man has values or that man has values that I do not. They don't align with who I am, and internally I can't do that, and they feel like I have to participate. This is why it's always gonna be 50-50 because most people that vote, they're not on the internet. Like they're not gonna be,
hmm
oh man, this is who I used to, this is who I'm going to vote for, and this is who I support. Your support without money, it
A,
doesn't fucking matter. It's not
a
support.
lot of
You
people
talking.
that vote don't even understand what this whole thing is about up here on this debate thing. So,
We're in
eh,
a dangerous situation, man. These both of these senile pieces of shit, like they're both old as fuck. Like seriously, like you just really like these people are working together. It's them versus us. You don't get to vote on
facts.
inflation. If a corporation can raise their prices, if they could put lead back in the paint, you don't get to pick none of that. They just did the shit with Chevron, but Chevron was the only company that had environmental protections on building and manufacturing, and now that is gone. So now you might get behind the wheel of a car and you driving in the steering wheel pop the fuck off because it ain't no more regulation. This is the you don't get to vote on that.
Hmm.
hmm.
You don't get to say,
Bowen.
and I ain't trying to minimalize it to voting, but I'm just saying, ask some more questions instead of, oh man, I gotta get with this. It's like, okay, support who you want. Cool, good for you. I don't give a fuck who you support because I don't support anyone. These
Right.
people are crazy.
Hmm.
Like,
Let's
it's crazy.
let's get back to this video.
My
Oh
bad, y'all.
man.
I'm just
No,
like,
no,
wow.
no, you straight nine. Look, like I said, when Nine come in here, we let Nine do what Nine do because a lot of times if you listen to what she's saying, she dropping jewels. I mean, and she the topic at hand that she might have been talking about and y'all came in to, we're gonna be talking about that on like the next episode. So you might want to keep your ears open and actually bring some daggone uh what's that? Some receipts with y'all if y'all want to get on here and talk about it because these like she said, these two motherfuckers right here don't care about your best interest.
They don't
So,
care about nobody's best interest, but they own. You know what I'm saying? At
word.
the end of the day, and and each one of them gonna tell whoever listening, what they want to hear. Period.
They
Hmm.
was fighting over golf, y'all. I
No,
don't
we
want to
wait.
jump
Hold on, no, no,
ahead.
no, 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 don't chill, don't, no, no, no. You spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Hold up, we ain't get there yet.
Like,
We ain't get
God.
there. Let's get it started.
President Trump, over the last 8 years, under both of your administrations, the national debt soared to record highs. And according to a new nonpartisan analysis, President Trump, your administration approved $8.4 trillion in new debt, while so far, President Biden, you've approved $4.3 trillion in new debt. So, former President Trump, many of the tax cuts that you signed into law are set to expire next year. You want to extend them and go even further, you say. With the U.S. facing trillion-dollar deficits and record debt, why should top earners and corporations pay even less in taxes than they do now?
Because the tax cuts spurred the greatest economy that we've ever seen just prior to COVID. And even after COVID, it was so strong that we were able to get through COVID much better than just about any other country. But we spurred, that tax spurred. Now, when we cut the taxes, as an example, the corporate tax was cut down to 21% from 39%, plus beyond that. We took in more revenue with much less tax, and companies were bringing back trillions of dollars back into our country. The country was going like never before, and we were ready to start paying down debt. We were ready to start using the liquid gold right under our feet, the oil and gas right under our feet. We were going to have something that nobody else has had. We got hit with COVID. We did a lot to fix it. I gave him an unbelievable situation with all of the therapeutics and all of the things that we came up with. We gave him something great. Remember, more people died under his administration, even though we had largely fixed it. More people died under his administration than our administration, and we were right in the middle of it, something which a lot of people don't like to talk about. But he had far more people dying in his administration. He did the mandate, which is a disaster, mandating it. The vaccine went out. He did a mandate on the vaccine, which is the thing that people most objected to about the vaccine. And he did a very poor job, just a very poor job. And I will tell you, not only poor there, but throughout the entire world, we're no longer respected as a country. They don't respect our leadership. They don't respect the United States anymore. We're like a third world nation between weaponization of his election, trying to go after his political opponent, all of the things he's done. We've become like a third world nation, and it's a shame. The damage he's done to our country, and I'd love to ask him, and will, why he allowed millions of people to come in here from prisons, jails, and mental institutions to come into our country and destroy our country.
President Trump, we will get to immigration later in this block. President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question about the national debt.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 million, billion dollars, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with.
Boy, I'm telling you, boy, this nigga mumble rapper, bruh.
Well, I'm talking about saying Migos ain't got shit on him.
Niggas ain't got shit on this fool, bruh.
Talking
I'm
about
And
nothing
this
at
is who
all.
they pick.
That boy straight
Nigga
mumble
don't
mouth
know what the fuck you talking about. Like,
at all.
what?
I'm talking about lost.
And it's so
I'm
crazy
talking
because
about
this is a perfect example. This whole debate, I'll just say this, is the perfect example of listening to respond instead of listening to actually like comprehend to answer the actual question. Because none of these people answered any of these questions.
they
right.
not
Because how the
they
fuck?
they
like,
dancing around the question like a motherfucker. And now this the thing. This the thing. Well, Biden, like you said. be Trump is coming with strictly punching with facts. I'm a fact check this. I'm a fact check that. You know what I'm saying? I might not answer your question how you want me to, but we're coming to fact check the stuff so that when I try to get to this presidency again, I mean we know that what I'm saying is true. And a lot of this stuff, bruh, is like you said, is golf course talk. This is how we got on the topic of the golf shit because this is how they talk on the course. I can't wait till that part come up, bruh. Oh man, no, Joe did absolutely what he was supposed to do. Just play the position. Play the position.
Right.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Just go ahead, do what y'all need to do. I'm gonna just play this position. I mean, at least Trump gave a little pushback. Now they don't lock you up. This is the part that I'm getting at. If they had something on them to lock them up, they would have banned them. Why would you only lock them up for 4 years, or why would you only, try to give them a 4 year sentence? You see what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't
It's
do
not,
nothing wrong. It's not what he did wasn't even illegal. Like
bruh.
they
It's not.
that's they he's right. They use his crooked justice system to attack me. But I mean,
Mhm.
look, I don't cry when chickens come home to roost. That's what you did.
Yeah, what?
Mm.
Yeah. No,
Hey, look,
real talk though. So yeah,
look,
yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
nothing to be upset about. You. Yes, you're innocent. No, you didn't do anything wrong. Yes, the president targeted you for no reason. Yes, they used all their friends
Mhm.
to get you 38 felonies. So fucking what? You did that to the Central Park Five. Then what did people kill themselves? Like, no, bro. No,
Mhm.
whatever.
We ain't got no sympathy for you.
But Joe Biden
Right.
is just so old. I saw people saying he had dementia. Nah, that's not dementia. He's just old. Like he's
Yeah.
just old, and he can't. And his dentures probably not stuck to his gums the right way, so you can't
Yeah.
really understand what he's saying. And he just, I feel like he know what he want to say, but I mean, you just too old, bro. Because I
I
think
don't think
what
I don't think y'all
Hey,
understand,
I
like
think you
grasp
know
this
what he
concept.
said.
If he gets elected for another 4 years, by the time he ends his term, he's gonna be 89.
he
Like
gonna die
he's gonna
before that. Like
exactly,
it's just,
exactly.
but
He's
look, they're doing this on purpose. I think they're doing this on purpose, conspiracy, because they want to get who they really want in there. They put him out there to humiliate him, because,
mm,
or maybe not humiliate. They put him out there to garner up some sympathy, because after the debate, if you watch any of them people say anything, Van Jones punk ass up there crying.
Boy,
You the only black man on the panel crying. You the softest nigga. There's two bitches up here. You the softest one on the panel.
mm-hmm,
Almost punched through my TV. But I think they put him up there so they can garner some public sympathy for the party, to be like, yeah, it's time to go ahead and force him out. Let's get these
right.
donors together so we can get the real person in there. Because y'all saw Civil War, right?
right.
Yeah,
We
remember
did.
in
I
Civil
didn't see it
War?
yet.
Okay, in Civil War, without giving the movie away, the person who was the president in that movie looked like Gavin Newsom.
Mm,
And that's when people started descending on just riots and war, and people trying to get to Washington D.C. to get to the president, because I guess whoever they want, whatever happened with the Civil War, broke out amongst the people, and that's when everything went to shit.
mm,
And that's like, it's just like, we'll be lucky if we can get, if he will make it to November. But I'm talking about living, but they're gonna replace him. I don't know with who, but he he's just too old, man. You're just an old man, and you should really just call out, like, you're done. You're
yeah,
not fit for duty. You're the commander in chief.
At
Like, you
all.
can't serve, bro.
yeah.
And to
I
think this man got control of the nuclear button.
hmm.
No, like real talk. That's the scary part. That man got control of that button.
He ain't in control of nothing. But people, rumor has it that Barack Obama is still the president. But like, no,
Hey,
for real. But
yo,
he
be
not running
hitting
though.
Joe on the phone like, hey, yo, Joe, just go ahead and do this, bro.
Yeah, real talk. But like, no, he ain't running none. the people in there that be hiding out in the mountains in the middle of the country and stuff, they control all that. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. You don't get to vote on that. Congress controls all that. This man, like, why would I give you the nuclear code? I don't think the president is anything. You're no different than a NFL mascot. Why would I give you
Mm,
That's
any, like, seriously? Because
damn.
why would I give you? You're the president of the United States, right? There's generals that's been generals for 50, 60 years. Why would I give you any real information as a person who can't even be here longer than 8 years at a time? I'm not telling you shit. You're not gonna be here. None of these people came from
Mm,
being lawyers, and if they started, they either was lawyers or they was in the military at some point back in the day, or now TV personalities. Like, why the fuck would I tell you any? You don't know anything. You don't. Yeah, you can make decisions. Yeah, you
that's
get out there
true.
and you tell them what we tell you. You're the figurehead. You're not. It's not a powerful position. Condoleezza Rice had more power than Bush had.
That's what, and that's what I was
Like,
saying. That's what I was saying. Like, if you really want to change like certain things, and that's the things that's around you, it's not these guys that you vote for. It's the people in the communities and stuff that you got to vote for. Yeah, I mean that's the people that's gonna help push your communities where you want it to be at.
and what do you do when absolute power corrupts absolutely? What do you do when you want to be a powerful person, but you don't have the funds to do that? You want to do right, because I don't believe any of them start out good, but I believe that people start out doing the good thing, and then they get that money in their hand. And then
Mhm.
it starts to be like, well, I got to keep this money because I want to keep this life, and I want to keep these hoes, and I want to keep this, and I want to keep that. And now
Right.
people is walking through the door saying, "Hey, you do what we tell you to do because we're giving you all the money." That's why, like,
Mm.
Barack Obama is brilliant. His wife is just his wife, but she's as brilliant as he was. Running University of Chicago. Why the fuck do they have a film production company? Like, because that's the easiest way to control you. I know you niggas ain't about to go read this book, but let me put something on Netflix.
Right.
hmm.
They put this documentary together.
Exactly. Let me put it lead.
Yeah.
Barack Obama's movie is Leave the World Behind. That's his movie.
And that joint
Right.
fire. And that joint fire. I ain't even gonna cap.
Why the fuck would a president be involved in something like that? A former president, rather. They get these people when they're young, when they're children, and they groom them up because it's a secret club. That's why I think they're all just. I know they're all just on the same side working together. Because, like,
Hmm.
you didn't see. Because my thing is, did you know the rules for this debate?
It was
That dude
posted
didn't
up
even have
there.
to accept that bitch. He didn't even have to accept.
They said the rules for this debate was they're alleging there was a 1 to 2 minute delay instead of the normal 7 second delay for the live
Yeah.
stream, so they could cut out anything. Mics get completely cut off and muted
Yeah.
when your time is up, and you only gonna get your time, and that was just going to be it. And they had it in the background, so if you said something, they couldn't even hear you because it drowned out all the small noises in the background. Like, what kind of debate? No live audience, no reporters on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, hey, that was told me when they said it's not a live audience. Like what the
No
Yeah.
hell?
audiences,
It
So
was
basically,
just them.
it's
no
studio
media,
production.
no audiences, no media, nothing. And it's just like we're just rolling over as the people and accepting it. Like, you holler, you cry, you chant, you protest, nothing happens, and we allow this. Not a debate. This isn't real. Like, come on, like, seriously, CNN? I mean, CNN, the Caucasian News Network, or the Caucasian Nazi Network, or the Cartoon News Network, whatever. It's all it's all
Uh,
fake.
uh,
Like, they're all co-conspirators in this because they want to take both of these motherfuckers out. They don't want either one of them. One is too
Nah, they
old to
definitely
work.
don't want
The
Trump.
other one is too rogue to work.
Yeah, Trump. See, that's their biggest fear with Trump. Their biggest fear with Trump is motherfucking. He gonna give out some shit that he ain't supposed to, and Trump like shit. The people need to know what's wrong with that shit.
I mean, y'all know that in 2026, I think the Martin Luther King files supposed to be coming open, and the
Mm,
JFK files is supposed to drop. And I'm like, oh yeah. very convenient now that AI is running rampant. Like, come
Hmm.
on, man. Like,
Hmm. They doctored
I'm just
that.
here
You
to
know
make you
they
think.
doctored that shit up.
I just want to make motherfuckers think and just ask them very simple questions that should have simple answers.
Right.
Why
Right.
you was the president for 4 years? Why you didn't unclassify JFK 5 years? They
Hmm.
said that Monica Lewinsky was a spy, and
Ooh.
she was sent in there to get blackmail. And when that President Bill didn't want to play ball, that's when they did him dirty.
Did them dirty. Mm.
Like this is why all these people, and I mean, you're gonna have to just play it till we get to some of them
Yeah.
parts because some of it's just the things they were saying. It's just like there's no way you're
You going out, Naeem. All right. All right. Let's get back to it. If she figure out, she probably in the dead zone.
Everything we have to do with,
Yeah.
look, if we finally beat Medicare,
Thank you,
Hold
President
up.
Biden.
Hold
President,
hold on. We
thank you,
gotta go
President Biden. President Trump.
back just a little bit.
Had largely
in Texas,
Mother, damn. I hit that shit one time. That bitch jumped to like 11 minutes just now.
administration. He did the mandate, which
There
is
we
a
go.
disaster, mandating it. The vaccine went out. He did a mandate on the vaccine, which is the thing that people most objected to about the vaccine. And he did a very poor job, just a very poor job. And I will tell you, not only poor there, but throughout the entire world, we're no longer respected as a country. They don't respect our leadership. They don't respect the United States anymore. We're like a third world nation between weaponization of his election, trying to go after his political opponent, all of the things he's done. We've become like a third world nation, and it's a shame. The damage he's done to our country. And I'd love to ask him, and will, why he allowed millions of people to come in here from prisons, jails, and mental institutions to come into our
Mm.
country and
Mm.
destroy our country.
President Trump, we will get to immigration later in this block. President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond
Nobody
to this
argue with
question
that
about the national debt.
Hmm.
he had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 million, billion dollars, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare,
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
That boy say we
Was right.
finally beat. Say we done whooped the shit out of Medicare, man. We done tore his ass
Hey,
off the phone.
yeah. Bruh. Hey, yo, bruh. Stop, bruh. This.
Hey, hey, that's what he said. I ain't saying shit. That's what that man said. Man say we finally beat. Like he been battling this whole.
Yo,
That nigga square business boxing that goddamn Medicare. That nigga said we finally beat.
yo said, look. Yo
That
said,
boy,
look.
that boy had
Look.
that
This is
victory.
the end of this
That boy
shit.
had that
He
victory in his
like,
voice. We finally, and we finally beat.
hey, bruh. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, bruh. Oh, man.
And this is who's in charge right now.
This,
Like,
this, this nigga, yo said, look, I'd have had the taxes up. Yeah, I mean, look. At the end of the day, I beat Medicaid. Nigga, that ain't got shit to do with nothing we was just talking about.
That boy saying we finally goddamn me beat.
Get this
We
nigga out
finally,
of
I'm
here,
talking about say, we finally after many moons, goddamn it, we got his ass. We
man.
had to. Hey man, we had to sit on this hoe. We
Yeah,
had to sit on his ass, man. We sat on that bitch. We finally caught him.
yeah,
Yeah, we finally got his ass. Boy, that's
Man,
crazy.
that's
and guess
crazy.
who they sent out there, y'all? Like these
Hey
people
man,
are
that's these
delusional.
people president. That's
Yeah.
they president.
They sent that old ass man out there. He don't even know. He don't know where he at. Don't know whether
I'm
he
talking
coming
about
or going.
that man
I'm like,
has no idea. You got to
Bruh.
think how many times had that man failed during this term? He failed going up the stairs. He fell on the bike. He
He
fell
fell
coming
down
off
the
the
stairs.
stage. Right. He
hey,
fell coming off the stage.
remember at the
He,
end? I don't know if y'all saw it. It was like his wife came and got him off the stage, and
oh
his wife was
Lord.
like,
Oh, what?
"No, look, his wife came. No, he didn't fall. She came and like, because that's his wife, and she
Mm.
was like, 'You did it, Joe. You answer every question. I can't make this shit up.'"
Oh, man.
Damn.
Yeah,
She
she
said,
hit
"You
him.
did it, Joe. You answer
She
every
hit him
question."
like he was a little kid.
Oh, man.
And he
Singing
was
ain't
smiling,
so, Joe.
and the crowd was cheering. I'm like, bro, we live in a fucking dystopian 1984 ass.
No,
Mm.
like for real.
You did it, Joe. You answered every question. And he was smiling and looking around. And
Oh, man. That do a good job? That do a good job?
get this man a gold star. He did it. Like this
Oh,
is
God.
ridiculous. And that's who his party sent out. Like, look at his party is a bunch of fucking. Some people so rich they don't even give a fuck. Like that's how you know it's crazy.
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah. Putin, Kim Jong, all them motherfuckers is watching. they
just slicing
they
these Medicare.
they in their cut right now. Like, oh yeah, we finna go get him, bro. Fuck
Nigga
that.
put hands and feet on Medicare. Like, okay,
Boy, I'm talking about say, man, y'all better know.
Real
He
talk.
didn't do nothing else. If he didn't do nothing else, he beat that shit.
and what's crazy is he sounds so bad, and he's doing so bad that he makes his opponent seem sane.
Yeah.
Because they're both suffering from the same shit, old man syndrome. But one of
Hmm.
them got the old man where you just kind of mumble and rattle till you shrivel up and die. The other one is the old man who loud and mean and
Yeah,
aggressive.
the radical.
Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck off my lawn. Like you make Trump look sane. You know you sick, bro. Get this man out of here. This party need a new
Mhm.
candidate by tonight.
Real
Like this
talk.
shit's sick.
No, no, hold up, though. Let's finish. Let's finish this shit. Let's see what Trump got. What Trump response is, cause this shit gonna get even more entertaining as we go along.
Did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare. Anyways, all of
Hey yo, hey yo,
I said it beat it
hey yo, stop. Hey bro, hey bro, hey hey Trump, chill the fuck out, bro. Chill out, bro. This not yo, chill out, bro. We not on that time right now, bro. We trying to be serious right now, bro.
That boy say, yeah, you beat the hell out of
It's so
him.
fucked up because this would not be funny if you were serious
Oh
about this.
man.
Like, this should not be funny, but you can't help but laugh.
God.
Damn,
God.
bro. Trump, you gotta chill out, bro. Calm down,
Yeah,
bro.
you beat Medicare, you beat it to death. Damn, damn.
Man.
these people are
Well, that's
coming in.
cold.
They're putting
That's
them on
cold,
Medicare.
bro.
They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security. These millions and millions of people coming in, they're trying to put them on Social Security. He will wipe out Social Security. He will wipe out Medicare. So he was right in the way he finished that sentence. And it's a shame. What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people, they cannot believe what happened to the United States of America. We're no longer respected. They don't like us. We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid. They think we're very stupid people. What we're doing for other countries, and they do nothing for us. What this man has done is absolutely criminal.
Thank you, President Trump. Dana?
This is the first presidential election since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This morning, the court ruled on yet another.
Damn, look how dry that shit look, bruh. That shit looks so. I'm not used to this shit. I'm used to motherfucking Trump hats and people applauding and shit. And
Ain't
yeah,
nobody there.
yeah, this shit look crazy, bruh.
A side note, one of my homegirl designed this whole set of CNN. Because
Mm.
Biden was in control of it. She's the lead designer for Biden for president. So she
Oh,
got to do all the
salute.
designing. So yeah,
Yeah, shouts out to her.
I just tell myself, young girl, just try and get her bag. I don't know if
Hmm.
she believe it or not. I ain't gonna ask,
Right.
but
Shit,
her
hey,
bag,
yeah, get
shit.
your money,
This nigga on the way
shit.
out, you might as well get paid for it.
Right, heck yeah, shit. Real talk. Yeah, your job ain't to pick a side, just to go ahead and make it look nice. You know what I mean? Damn.
Other
This this shit, I ain't gonna cap, bruh. Reason why I stopped it, cause this shit got the same impact of the bubble. You know what I mean? For NBA. Like
Yep,
you watching the NBA, but that shit just don't hit the same, bruh.
at all. Shit, people say that season don't even count.
Yeah, bruh, they still talk about that season was a scam and shit. So shit, I forget about that season.
Cause didn't nothing happen. But a bunch of
Yeah,
motherfuckers playing basketball with masks on, looking stupid.
yeah, that shit. They should have made that street ball.
Right, y'all should just and one.
Real talk.
abortion case, temporarily allowing emergency abortions to continue in Idaho, despite that state's restrictive ban. Former President Trump, you take credit for the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which returned the issue of abortion to the states.
Correct.
However, the federal government still plays a role in whether or not women have access to abortion pills. They're used in about 2/3 of all abortions.
Now, this part, yeah, I mean, y'all gotta pay attention to this part close, especially females. Y'all need to pay attention because either side don't give a fuck about y'all human body. It should have mattered if the doctor should have had the last say so. You know what I mean, or whatever. The woman really ultimately should have the last say so if she wants to grow another human inside her body or not. I mean, that's ultimately not nobody else's decision, but the person who has to deliver, go through the pain, get cut,
Right,
get stitched, take meds, go to daggone hospital visits, get that silver thing put inside them, get a whole fist put inside them to see if shit is normal. It's like, bruh, men, fuck you. You don't have no say so on nothing the women has to go through when it comes down to that situation.
As president, would you block abortion medication?
First of all, the Supreme Court just approved the abortion bill, and I agree with their decision to have done that, and I will not block it. And if you look at this whole question that you're asking, complex but not really complex. 51 years ago, you had Roe v. Wade, and everybody wanted to get it back to the states. Everybody, without exception. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives. Everybody wanted it back. Religious leaders. And what I did is I put three great Supreme Court justices on the court, and they happened to vote in favor of killing Roe v. Wade and moving it back to the states. This is something that everybody wanted. Now, 10 years ago or so, they started talking about how many weeks and how many this, getting into other things. But every legal scholar throughout the world, the most respected, wanted it brought back to the states. I did that. Now the states are working it out. If you look at Ohio, it was a decision that was an end result that was a little bit more liberal than you would have thought. Kansas, I would say the same thing. Texas is different. Florida is different. But they're all making their own decisions right now. And right now, the states control it. That's the vote of the people. Like Ronald Reagan, I believe in the exceptions. I am a person that believes. And frankly, I think it's important to believe in the exceptions. Some people, you have to follow your heart. Some people don't believe in that. But I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important. Some people don't. Follow your heart. But You have to get elected also, and because that has
Hmm.
to do with other things. You got to get elected.
Ain't lying.
The problem they have is they're radical because they will take the life of a child in the eighth month, the ninth month, and even after birth. After birth, if you look at the former governor of
His
Virginia,
answer was
he
good
was
till he
willing to
started
do
talking about
this.
this.
Yeah, see, this is why I say y'all gotta pay attention to what he said, and especially for females, because all right, so technically, if motherfuckers don't really have a concept of babies and how that shit is, once that baby has a heartbeat, that's considered a fucking baby, bro. It doesn't matter if it's still like little cell or a big cell or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It still has a heartbeat, so that means if it has a heartbeat, it's what living.
Right.
so, and the baby get the heartbeat like 8 weeks or something like that. Uh, 8 weeks I think is where you can go actually hear the heartbeat, and yeah, man, you can clearly see that it's something beating inside there.
It's crazy because until he started spewing that bullshit, because like, let's be serious, nobody's getting a fucking abortion at the ninth month. They're dropping
Hell
that
no.
baby, whether it means death to that mama and that baby. Nobody's killing the baby after it's born. Fucking
Mhm.
abortion after the baby is born, it's called childbirth. Like, come on, bro. Like, and this is knowing when to stop is such. There's so many good lessons in this. Just knowing when to
Timing is everything.
just knowing when to stop. Your answer was, I really like that answer. Like, damn, like, okay, give it
And
back to the state. Let them make their choice. I'm for whatever you want to do. That's your business and your morality. Cool. Then you
and
want to start attacking
but
niggas, and
this
it's like, damn.
this the messed up part about that is because people don't realize, like, umbilical cords can get wrapped around a baby's neck, and a baby can suffocate inside you and all that, or a baby can just heart will stop beating inside you. So that means you actually have to go. You're telling the person go 9 months with a baby that's inside of them that's dead, and then they have to have birth instead of if the baby dying midterm, being able to abort that baby instead of having to go through that pain of pushing the baby out, delivering the baby, and then daggone looking at the baby stillborn. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people understand the hurt in that alone.
That
Right.
shit break up families.
You
Straight
feel
up
what
and
I'm saying?
down.
You see what I'm saying?
And the
In
fact that
real life.
that should be your personal family choice and decision. Like, that don't have
Exactly.
nothing to do with nobody else because there could be reasons. My homeboy, him and his wife been married for about 12 years now. She almost died with her second child. They told her that if she get pregnant again, she's going to die. Like, she is going to die. The pregnancy is going to kill her. So she had to get her tubes tied. Like, there's all type of
Hmm.
medical situations that people go through that, frankly, that's just not our business. Like, that's a
Hmm.
private matter between you and your husband, you and your wife, that you
Like
should be
real talk.
making.
Nobody can really tell you, because why have a child and you can't provide for it? When you know you're not ready to invest the type of time and energy that it's gonna take to really rear a child.
Hmm.
Real
You
talk.
know, if you having trouble feeding yourself, you know what I'm saying? Why would you put strain on a person? You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Facts.
why would you even create that situation? Like that shit crazy.
He
And
said,
these
"We'll put the
old
baby
freaks,
aside."
they have so many abortions. My bad.
No,
They
you
No,
good.
pay
like real talk.
they pay
It's
bitches. That shit is for them because they birth rates is down into the garbage in the garbage can. They pay so
hmm
many bitches to have abortions. How many times you done got a bitch pregnant on your wife? And
Mm.
you gotta go get some do something with that. I want to keep the baby, Joe. Oh no. Nah. And then if you fucking with Bill Clinton and you get pregnant, that nigga just gonna kill you. But like, like real
You
talk.
man,
Like,
you
I
man, not.
mean, plus maybe not that them. Well, no, not for them. They really killers. But people in Congress and people on Capitol Hill and shit, fucking them 20-year-old interns. I'm pregnant. What I'm gonna do? What we gonna do? Nigga, look at you like we speak French. Like, we ain't
Right.
talking about we. Like, what the fuck you mean
right.
we?
to say you bilingual in this bad boy.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Like, no, they that's for the they. Oh no, we got to keep these babies that we have. Man, they need them abortions more than anybody.
Right. Okay.
And we'll determine what we do with the baby, meaning we'll kill the baby. What happened is we brought it back to the states, and the country is now coming together on this issue. It's been a great thing.
Thank you. President Biden?
It's been a terrible thing, what you've done. The fact is that the vast majority of constitutional scholars supported Roe when it was decided. Supported Roe. And that's this idea that they're all against it is just ridiculous. And this is the guy who says the state should be able to have it. We're in a state where in 6 weeks, you don't even know whether you're pregnant or not, but you cannot see a doctor, and have him decide on what your circumstances are, whether you need help. The idea that states are able to do this is a little like saying we're going to turn civil rights back to the states, let each state have a different rule. Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in.
Salute, Smitty. Smitty Corner in the building.
Already, what's up, bro?
They talk about that, but here's the deal: there's a lot of young women who are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, by it's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
There have been
Damn.
many young women murdered by the same people.
Shut up. You giving out too much information. Ain't nobody asked
Hey,
you about nobody coming across no borders and
hey,
doing.
she hit that hoe.
Yeah, bruh,
You want to make sure he shut up.
because first of all, them people coming across the border, you need them. So you better shut up. Talk about them. The heck? This guy crazy.
He allows to come across our border. We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world, considered the most dangerous place anywhere in the world. And he opened it up, and these killers are coming into our country, and they are raping and killing women. And it's a terrible thing. As far as the abortion is concerned, it is now back with the states. The states are voting. In many cases, it's frankly a very liberal decision. In many cases, it's the opposite. But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the vote of the people, which is what everybody wanted, including the founders, if they knew about this issue, which frankly they didn't. But they would have. Everybody wanted it brought back. Ronald Reagan wanted it brought back. He wasn't able to get it. Everybody wanted it brought back, and many presidents had tried to get it back. I was the one to do it. And again, this gives it the vote of the people, and that's where they wanted it. Every legal scholar wanted it that way.
Staying on the topic of abortion, President Biden, 7 states, I'll let you do that. This is the same topic. 7 states have no legal restrictions on how far into a pregnancy a woman can obtain an abortion. Do you support any legal limits on how late a woman should be able to terminate a pregnancy?
I supported Roe v. Wade, which had 3 trimesters. The first time is between the woman and the doctor. Second time is between the doctor and an extreme situation. The third time is between the doctor, between the woman and the state. The idea that the politicians, that the founders wanted the politicians to be the ones making decisions about women's health is ridiculous. That's the last. No politician should be making that decision. A doctor should be making those decisions. That's how it should be run. That's what you're going to do.
Doctor should be making decisions on shit because the doctor can say, motherfucker, no, you don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. Doctor can tell you anything, you motherfucker. Shit, we know. No, doctors motherfucker tell people, yeah, you need this kind of medication because your blood levels is going up. Okay, boom, put you on this one, and then that shit fucks you up even more. Oh yeah, oh all right, well that one might not be good for you. We're gonna put you on this one. So the doctors test this shit out on you all the time. So the doctor has no right to tell the woman. Nobody has any right to tell the woman what the fuck that she wants to do with her body. Because like I said, if you're in the second fucking trimester and the baby heart stop beating, you're telling me that I can't have an abortion until the fucking time, till it's time for me to have to deliver the baby and I gotta have a stillborn. That's fucked up.
And the
Right.
fact that we are like medical discrimination ain't the worst kind out here.
Exactly.
Man,
Man, the medical racism have killed so many people. Medical negligence, medical discrimination. Look what they did to Henrietta
Shit.
Lacks.
I
Like,
Mm.
I'd already say shit. Look at motherfucking FBG Duck. Theo told me about this. FBG Duck was sitting out there for 20 minutes, and the hospital was only 6 minutes down the street, and they could have
rolling
saved that
around,
boy. They could have
rolling
saved
around
that.
on the ground like a fish out of the water. Just because, and that's just the medics on the street being negligent. Imagine what happened in the hospital.
Mm.
They'll kill you. They have a case. Is it in Florida? It's a case this man is fighting. I think he in Florida, where his baby was born. His baby was perfect and everything was okay. The baby went. Was taking the baby for checkups. Then people in the hospital killed his child. They killed
Say
his 1 year
heavy.
old
That's
child.
my fault. Heavy say
See,
y'all ever bounced the idea of forming a book club.
I'm
That's a thought. That's a thought
I'm
right
posting
there.
my book list on my website. It'll probably be up by July. I got a whole library. If anybody want references of reading
Okay.
material, I'm gonna post it up in July on my website.
All right, cool. Heavy, make sure you get with Naeem so maybe you can get up on that list to see what she got up there.
But yeah, the medical field is disgusting. And then look at the caliber of people that's going in there right now. You think I want a hood rat, crab, boil, bag eating bitch? Oh, like I don't want you nowhere near my. Oh girl, look at him. He got herpes, girl. I have seen he came in here to just telling your business. No HIPAA law, respect or nothing, Judge.
hmm
This is the world we dealing with. It's crazy.
You know, like real talk.
Look at the peep Trump though. Look at Trump how he look at that body. Hey yo, this my nigga funny, bro. That nigga Trump funny, bro. Yo, look at
That
that
boy
loud.
Biden need a
Snap the
few
shit out.
Adderall. This is
Oh
crazy.
Well, I'm talking about you need one bad.
He need two Adderalls and a Red Bull. I'm telling you, I used to tell the man, get that man.
oh, they cutting you out, Naeem. Yeah, they cut out.
And if I'm elected, I'm going to restore Roe v. Wade.
So that means he can take the life of the baby in the ninth month and even after birth, because some states, Democrat run, take it after birth. Again, the governor, former governor of Virginia, put the baby down, then we decide what to do with it. So he's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the ninth month and kill the baby. Nobody wants that to happen, Democrat or Republican. Nobody wants it to happen.
That is simply not true. The Roe v. Wade does not provide for that. That's not the circumstance. Only if a woman's life is in danger, she's going to die. That's the only circumstance in which that can happen. But we are not for late-term abortion, period. Period, period.
Under Roe v. Wade, you have late term abortion. You can do whatever you want, depending on the state. You can do whatever you want. We don't think that's a good thing. We think it's a radical thing. We think the Democrats are the radicals, not the
For
Republicans.
51 years, that was the law. 51 years, constitutional scholarship said it was the right way to go. 51 years, and it was taken away because this guy put very conservative members on the Supreme Court. He takes credit for taking it away. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? In fact, if the MAGA Republicans, he gets elected, and the MAGA Republicans control the Congress, and they pass a universal ban on abortion, period, across the board, at 6 weeks or 7 or 8 or 10 weeks, something very, very conservative. Is he going to sign that bill? I'll veto it. He'll sign it.
Thank you.
Let's turn now to the issue of immigration and border security. President Biden, a record number of migrants have illegally crossed the southern border.
You see how they cut Trump, Mike? They cut his mic. They said, "Nah, bro, nah, don't even."
You don't even worry about that.
Yeah, we moving on to the next topic. Oh man, these people is funny.
On your watch. Overwhelming border states and
People
overburdening
hilarious,
cities
bro.
such as New York and Chicago, and in some cases causing real safety and security concerns. Given that, why should voters trust you to solve this crisis?
Because we worked very hard to get a bipartisan agreement that not only changed all of that, it made sure that we are in a situation where You had no circumstance where they could come across the border with the number of border police there are now. We significantly increased the number of asylum officers. Significantly, by the way, the Border Patrol endorsed me, endorsed my position. In addition to that, we found ourselves in a situation where, when he was president, he was taking, separating babies from their mothers, putting them in cages, making sure they were, the families were separated. That's not the right way to go. What I
I mean,
Boy,
yeah, that's hey he ain't lying though. He ain't lying, but at the same time, these people wasn't coming over here by the millions. These people wasn't coming over here. They're going starting motherfucking motorcycle clubs and disrupting the everyday citizen's life. Uh, these people's coming over here how they were supposed to come over here, the right
right.
way. So it's kind of a double edged sword. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Catch 22. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to the 22 people that's in here. it,
Already.
it just yeah, it's like a Catch 22 for real. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, people was getting separated from their kids, but at the end of the day, we had a working lower class that was actually being able to stack money and make ends meet and not live paycheck to paycheck.
Right. Self sufficiency was they can still support themselves independent of, the government, having to feed and house through
Hmm.
subsidies. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And when you able to support yourself, it creates a certain sense of pride.
yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
have done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. It's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we have the safest border in the history of our country. The border, all he had to do was leave it. All he had to do was leave it. He
Mm,
decided to
mm,
open up
mm.
our border, open up our country to
Yep.
people that are from prisons, people that are from mental institutions, insane asylum, terror.
No cap. No cap. FBI put out a a article saying that the people that's coming over here is not people that need health, that is looking for better conditions or bad health or old or you know what I'm saying in need. These are
Mhm.
healthy, strong people that's coming from places of interest. You hear me? See how they play with words? Places of interest. What's the place of
Mhm.
interest? They're going motherfucking watch list places, motherfucking terroristic places that these people come over here. They're gonna be doing some terroristic acts. They ain't gonna be just coming over here trying to live and better themselves.
Right. They sent them over here for the
We know.
internal the internal breakdown because who's to say the Civil War may not be Americans versus migrants? Because
Mm,
how much longer you think people gonna be able to accept knowing all these things and not do nothing? See, that's the danger with the information coming out the way it does, is because you can't help but to be aware. So how much longer are people gonna keep paying taxes into a system that's subsidizing the whole existence of somebody who's not even over here through legal means?
So them sleeper cells, yeah, they here just
Right.
waiting. They here just waiting.
Mm,
And the moment the shit look weak, up, yep, there it go. Time to kick off.
Yep.
they just beat up and stole a cop car,
See,
robbed them, robbed them. And they was trying. I just seen something with they were trying to lock up one of them, and like 30 of these motherfuckers just started surrounding the police, and they was scared.
yeah, at the shelter. Mm,
Yeah, what?
I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Y'all niggas ain't on no time like that though. Y'all niggas ain't on no time like that though.
See, we're coming up on a time where because they come into a neighborhood near you.
Oh yeah.
I got some. I got some stay right next door to me and across the way. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
if they not there, they on their way. And yeah, they wired a whole different. They don't have the concept of respect that we have. Put it to you like that.
Facts.
When they come in noisy. They come
Mm,
with that loud ass music, all that loud ass talking. They coming with all that,
hmm.
and they gonna come with the pretending not to understand English.
Oh yeah, that's the main thing right there. Y'all think
They
these
only do
motherfuckers
this.
don't
They
know
only do
English?
this shit with us. They only do this shit with us and
Mm,
police. So it would behoove, you know, individuals keep your phone on Google Translate if you're not gonna apply yourself to learn the language of Spanish because you need to know what they talking about anytime they huddled up and around.
hmm. Just randomly talking in that language and shit.
You goddamn right. Shit.
We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now, all terrorists, all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere. All over the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open. And he didn't need legislation because I didn't have legislation. I said, close the border. We had the safest border in history. In that final couple of months of my presidency, we had, according to Border Patrol, who is great, and by the way, who endorsed me for president, but I won't say that, but they endorsed me for president. Brandon, just speak to him. But look, we had the safest border in history. Now we have the worst border in history. There's never been anything like it. And people are dying all over the place, including the people that are coming up in
Thank you, President
caravans.
Trump. President Biden?
The only terrorist who's done anything crossing the border is one who came along and killed three under his administration, killed an Al Qaeda person come in his
What?
administration, killed three
What a
American
bubble wrap.
soldiers, killed three American soldiers. That's the only terrorist that's there. I'm not saying that no terrorist ever got through, but the idea they're emptying our prisons, we're welcoming these people, that's simply not true. There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating, he's lying.
He lying because
Lie
the presidents of these countries has said this who we sending.
Bruh, the FBI is telling you these people is coming from places of interest. That means it's not the places, not friendly places. It ain't none of the places that y'all said they coming from. What's that? Israeli and the other bull crap shit that y'all say they coming from. They ain't coming from them places. They coming from motherfucking places of interest. This is FBI. Last time I checked, FBI don't lie. FBI ain't coming with no lies. They coming with all facts. That's why they got a 90% what fucking conviction rate because when they come with all facts. I don't know no FBI motherfucker just randomly said some shit that wasn't true.
Now they telling you they coming here, but I'm saying the countries of where some of these folks coming from have said this who we releasing,
Hmm.
and we ain't taking them back. So I don't know.
I don't know either, bruh. Somebody up here ain't telling the whole truth. I know that.
President Trump, staying on the topic of immigration, you've said that you're going to carry out, quote, the largest domestic deportation operation in American history, unquote. Does that mean that you will deport every undocumented immigrant in America, including those who have jobs, including those whose spouses are citizens, and including those who have lived here for decades? And if so, how will you do it?
Just 1 second. He said we killed 3 people. The people we killed are al Baghdadi and Soleimani, the two greatest terrorists, biggest terrorists anywhere in the world. And it had a huge impact on everything, not just border, on everything. He's the one that killed people with the bad water, including hundreds of thousands of people dying and also killing our
By the
citizens
face.
when they come in. We are living right now in a rat's nest. They're killing our people in New York, in California, in every state in the union because we don't have borders anymore. Every state is now a border. And because of his ridiculous, insane, and very stupid policies, people are coming in and they're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen. We call it migrant crime. I call it Biden migrant crime. They're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen before.
Yes. No, no cat. No cat. Because we didn't. Hold on, bro. Hold on. My bad, bro. Dang
Oh, you
kids.
good?
All right.
Come on, man. Good.
But ain't I haven't heard no migrant riding on mopeds, robbing people, uh fighting police, robbing police. I haven't heard none of that stuff happen when Trump was in office
and,
from any illegal person. Period.
and I'm gonna say this: you don't hear about those instances happening as much in open carry or constitutional carry states either.
Hmm.
See, it's a reason the crime is out of control in New York. People can't pack pistols.
Yep.
And again, criminals don't care nothing about the law. So, the people are pretty much defenseless they defenseless in on the West Coast. But in those states where you have open carry or constitutional carry, you don't hear too much about, migrant crime of that nature. Now it may be some it may be some raping, it may be some, human trafficking that going on. But as
Mm.
far as the robbing and just the brazen crime that you see in New York, yeah, that like in Texas, in where I stay, DFW area, shit, they might be doing shit, but they ain't acting no damn fool. Cause motherfucker already know. Yeah, shit, you at any given stoplight, it's allowed to be 4, 5 pistols in each. You know what I'm saying? Per car, it's as far as the driver's strap, this car strap. You know what I'm saying? So to play that game in Texas, you run the risk of losing your life. But yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to say that as far as the migrant crime, yeah, that's prevalent in the states where the people can't pack pistols, where the people strapped. Like I say, it may be going on, but it ain't outrageous.
Hmm.
It ain't no broad daylight shit.
Right. Like they got some, man. They got stuff damn near. Yeah. If anywhere is close to being third world, shit, it's ready to be New York. New York is gonna be the first third world state.
Shit, New York and California,
Yeah. Well,
man,
yeah, California.
cause Los Angeles, every major city, San Francisco, San Diego, Oakland,
Hmm.
LA, all these cities damn near empty far as businesses go because of the crime. Businesses just done packed up and left. So that's looking third. your boy Metal Leo. You know what I'm saying? People can go to his channel and just look at some of those videos, and you'll see, yeah, this third world country action right here, it just ain't hit full scale. But when you see a city like downtown Los Angeles have literally almost no businesses in it, like all those buildings are empty, police, yeah, that's that's something else.
Hmm.
And then he got footage. I mean, this ain't just me talking. So,
Oh yeah.
you know, when Trump say we living in a third world country, when he make them statements, there's some parts of this country that indeed look like third world. Trash everywhere.
People sleeping out on the streets.
People, yeah, exactly. People sleeping out in the open, urinating, defecating. I mean, urinating, defecating out in the open. You know what I'm saying? Doing drugs out in the open. That's third world action. That's not a civilized. That's not a upscale. That's not a, you know, I mean, just the homeless epidemic, like the rise in homelessness under Brother Biden. Bro, so many people living out their cars. It's so bad. They have a classification called the working homeless, meaning people who got jobs but can't afford nowhere to stay.
Mm.
So again, this is third world action. I mean, any of this I'm saying, you can just Google it. I'm not, I got better shit to do besides lie to anybody on that kind of shit, especially on this damn YouTube. Hell, like nigga ain't even getting no coins off this shit. The hell, I'm
Word.
gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying?
For real shit. Yeah, man. Shit.
But yeah, shit.
And you're
Go ahead.
What was you ready to say?
No, you good.
Okay, okay.
reading it like these three incredible young girls over the last few days. One of them, I just spoke to the mother, and they just had the funeral for this girl, 12 years old.
Hey, hold on, pause. This way, hey, if y'all follow me on IG, I mean this picture right here, Biden. This is where I got that. This is where I got that. This is where I got that picture from, bro. I screenshotted that picture. Hey, you over there looking. Shouts out to the homie Ace Vane, cause I watch Ace Vane on YouTube, and he does voiceovers to like classic cartoons, and he makes his own cartoons and shit like that. But he got this shit that he be like, "What the fuck going on?" Like when I seen that face, bro, that I immediately thought that shit. Like in my head, I kept looking at him like you over there, like what the fuck going on? Yeah, he cooking your ass. That what the
Yeah,
fuck going on?
he looking like you bastard. Look at this.
Yeah,
That's what they looking
yeah,
bastard. You know how
yeah,
them old
he
folks.
got me.
They
Yeah.
they hit you with that bastard in a minute. Bastard.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. He got him right where he want him too. That shit crazy. That's where I got that picture from. That shit had me rolling, bruh. Body facial expressions throughout this whole shit just had me crying. I couldn't
Bro,
get past it.
the facial expressions were so bad. CNN told the camera people, "Hey man, when Trump talking, get off that split screen, cause Biden over here looking too bad. Just go and give Trump the whole screen." That's why they thought. That's why they started doing that in certain portions of the
uh,
debate, cause he was over there just looking too throwed off. But
yeah. Yeah, because it's times inside the video, like earlier, a little bit early in the video, you'll see Biden, he'll be looking at Trump, and then he'll just slowly start drifting away, like what the fuck is he looking at over there, bro? Ain't no audience in here, bro. What the fuck is you stirring over in space for? Oh man, this guy, bro, classic. This shit classic right here, bro.
real tough, legendary.
This is horrible what's taken place. What's taken place in our country, we're literally an uncivilized country now. He doesn't want it to be. He just doesn't know. He opened the borders. Nobody's ever seen anything like. And we have to get a lot of these people out, or we have to get them out fast because they're going to destroy our country.
Mhm.
Just take a look at where they're living. They're living in luxury hotels in New York City and other places. Our veterans are on the street. They're dying because he doesn't care about our veterans. He doesn't care. He doesn't like the military at all, and he doesn't care about our veterans. Nobody been worse. I had the highest approval rating for veterans taking care of the VA. He has the worst. He's gotten rid of all the things that I approved. Choice that I got through Congress, all of the different things I approved, they abandoned. We had by far the highest, and now it's down in less than half because he's done all these great things that we did. And I think he did it just because I approved it, which is crazy. But he has killed so many people at our border by
Thank you,
allowing
President Trump.
all of these people.
I mean, shit. That's what you did. That's what you did to Obama. Shit, you came in and you obliterated everything Obama wanted to do. You said, "Nah, that shit wasn't. That shit wasn't worth nothing." Yeah, I mean, shit. So yeah, that's what they do, bro. You getting a little bit of taste of your own medicine at this point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit. We can't be biased. We can't be biased. Yeah, I mean, shit. Trump, yeah, you get the taste of your own medicine. You put all that stuff in position and he fucked it all up for you. You should have did better in getting your ass back in office. Shit.
Mm-mm.
Shit, cause I definitely was gonna vote for you. Yeah, I mean, shit. Get this motherfucker up out of here. I don't rock with Biden. I ain't gonna cat.
To come in. And
President
it's a very
Biden.
sad day in America.
President Biden, you have the mic.
Every single thing he said is a lie. Every single one. For example, veterans are a hell of a lot better off since I passed the PACT Act. 1 million of them now have insurance and their families have it. Their families have it because what happened, whether it was Agent Orange or burn pits, they're all being covered now. And his group opposed that. We're also in a situation where we have great respect for veterans. My son spent a year in Iraq, living right next to one of those burn pits, came back with stage 4 glioblastoma. I was recently in France for.
This the crackhead one, or is you got another son? I don't know about which one it is.
Bo Biden. Now that
Oh,
thing
okay.
he got killed.
Oh, okay. All right. Shit.
Hmm. And he talking about Hunter, stupid ass.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I thought I already say, no wonder why the nigga out here fucking doing crack and shit. This nigga went over there in that war. They could have handled that shit.
But shit,
Nah,
I
that's
don't know if he died in the war. I don't know if he died in the campaign. I don't
mm,
know. I don't. But I do know that he was uh, he was killed somehow. I don't know if it was a combat. I don't know if it was a car wreck. I don't know what it was, but it was something.
mm.
D-Day, and I spoke all about those heroes that died. I went to the World War II cemetery, World War I cemetery he refused to go to. He was standing with his 4-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump.
First of all, that was a made-up quote, suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine that's failing, like many of these magazines. He made that up. He put it in commercials. We've notified him. We had 19 people that said I didn't say it. And think of this. Who would say I'm at a cemetery or I'm talking about our veterans? Because nobody's taken better care. I'm so glad this came up, and he brought it up. There's nobody that's taken better care of our soldiers than I have. To think that I would, in front of generals and others, say suckers and losers. We have 19 people that said it was never said by me. It was made up by him, just like Russia was made up, just like the 51 intelligence agents are made up, just like the new
Mm.
thing with the 16 economists are talking. It's the same thing. 51 intelligence agents said that the laptop was Russia disinformation. It wasn't. That came from his son, Hunter. It wasn't Russia disinformation. He made up the suckers and losers, so he should apologize to me right now.
4-star general standing to your side who was on your staff who said you said it, period. That's number one. And number two, the idea that I have to apologize to you for anything. along the line. We've done more for veterans than any president has in American history. American history. And they now are in their family. The only sacred obligation we have as a country is to care for our veterans when they come home and their families and equip them when they go to war. That's what we're doing. That's what the VA is doing now. They're doing more for veterans than ever before in our history.
All right, thank you so much.
Let's move to the topic of foreign policy. I want to begin with Russia's war against Ukraine, which is now in its third year. Former President Trump, Russian President Vladimir Putin says he'll only end this war if Russia keeps the Ukrainian territory it has already claimed and Ukraine abandons its bid to join NATO. Are Putin's terms acceptable to you?
First of all, our veterans and our soldiers can't stand this guy. They can't stand him. They think he's the worst commander in chief, if that's what you call him, that we've ever had. They can't stand him. So let's get that straight. And they like me more than just about any of them. And that's based on every single bit of information. As far as Russia and Ukraine, if we had a real president, the president that knew, that was respected by
I don't
Putin,
know.
he would have never invaded Ukraine. A lot of people are dead right now, much more than people know. You know, they talk about numbers. You can double those numbers, maybe triple those numbers. He did nothing to stop it. In fact, I think he encouraged Russia from going in. I'll tell you what happened. He was so bad with Afghanistan. It was such a horrible embarrassment, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, that when Putin watched that and he saw the incompetence, that he should have fired those generals, like I fired the one that you mentioned. And so he's got no love lost. But he should have fired those generals. No general got fired for the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, where we left billions of dollars of equipment behind. We lost 13 beautiful soldiers, and 38 soldiers were obliterated. And by the way, we left people behind, too. We left American citizens behind. When Putin saw that, he said, you know what? I think we're going to go in and maybe take this was his dream. I talked to him about it, his dream. The difference is he never would have invaded Ukraine. Never. Just like Israel would have never been invaded in a million years by Hamas. You know why? Because Iran was broke with me. I wouldn't let anybody do business with them. They ran out of money. They were broke. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money for anything. No money for terror. That's why you had no terror at all during my administration. This place, the whole world is blowing up under him.
Ah, okay. Okay. Hey,
Man,
people in the chat. Yeah, in the live right now.
boy,
Go ahead and leave a comment on that. I wanna know what y'all think. I wanna know what y'all think. You think Russia would have still invaded that joint whether Trump was in office or not, or would they would have just fell back like was that Korea? How Korea started that bullshit and then Trump, yeah, I mean, settled that shit.
well, whether they would invade or not, they definitely wouldn't have been getting the support, the financial and the military
Right.
support in terms of the material. Definitely wouldn't be getting that.
That's crazy. Yeah, you right. Cause I didn't hear nothing about Brinks. I didn't hear nothing about Bricks until Biden got into office and he was like, "Oh, China and Russia coming together," and I'm like, "What? What the hell? What's going on here?"
President Biden?
I've never heard so much malarkey in my whole life. Look, the fact of the
Nigga
matter
said
is that we're
malarkey.
in a situation where,
Yeah,
let's take the last point first.
this how you know he old, bruh. This how you know he old.
That boy said malarkey.
Let me say, yeah, man, shit, California folks, yeah, man, getting out of Dodge by moving to Houston. Heck, yeah, I bet they would. Shit. Yeah, no, Trump is on his shit, bro. Trump ain't letting up. Trump is not letting up off his neck right now. Yeah, man, he want to see what he got to say and what he gonna do. That's how I took it. I felt like Trump was like fishing for real.
Iran attacked American troops, caused brain damage for a number of these troops, and he did nothing about it. Recently, not when he was president, they attacked. He said they're just having headaches. That's all it is. He
Mm.
didn't do a thing when the attack took place. Number one. Number two, we got over 100,000 Americans and others out of Afghanistan during that airlift. Number three, we found ourselves in a situation where, if you take a look at what Trump did in Ukraine, this guy told Trump, do whatever you want and do whatever you want. And that's exactly what Trump did to Putin, encourage him, do whatever you want. And he went in. And listen to what he said when he went in. He was going to take Kyiv in 5 days, remember? Because it's part of the old Soviet Union. That's what he wanted to reestablish, Kyiv. And he, in fact, didn't do it at all. He wasn't able to get it done. And they've lost thousands and thousands of troops, 500,000 troops.
President Trump, as I come back to you for 1 minute, I just want to go back to my original question, which is, are Putin's terms acceptable to you? Keeping the territory in Ukraine?
No, they're not acceptable. But look, this is a war that never should have started. If we had a leader in this war, he led everybody along. He's given $200 billion now or more to Ukraine. He's given $200 billion. That's a lot of money. I don't think there's ever been anything like it. Every time that Zelensky comes to this country, he walks away with $60 billion. He's the greatest salesman ever. And I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking anything. I'm only saying the money that we're spending on this war, and we shouldn't be spending, it should have never happened. I will have that war settled between Putin and Zelensky as president-elect before I take office on January 20th. I'll have that war settled. People being killed so needlessly, so stupidly, and I will get it settled, and I'll get it settled fast before I take office.
President Biden, you have a minute.
The fact is that Putin is a war criminal. He's killed thousands and thousands of people. And he has made one thing clear. He wants to reestablish what was part of the Soviet Empire, not just a piece. He wants all of Ukraine. That's what he wants. And then you think he'll stop there? Do you think he'll stop when if he takes Ukraine? What do you think happens to Poland? What do you think of Belarus? What do you think happens to those NATO countries? And so if you want a war, you ought to find out what he's going to do, because if in fact he does what he says and walks away, by the way, all that money we give Ukraine are from weapons we make here in the United States. We give them the weapons, not the money at this point. And our NATO allies have...
Cat. Don't matter. Don't matter, bro. You don't already gave them too much money as it is, and these motherfuckers just doubled back and was like, bro, you gotta send us some more money, because like this nigga, I swear, bro, I believe he be having like one of them little earpieces in his ear, and the motherfucker be telling him what to say. And the reason why he keep closing his eyes like that is because the shit is going through so fast in his ear that he trying to keep up with it. Nah, I don't think there's bro. I don't. Yeah, I don't think he be freestyling this shit. Trump sound like he coming off the top of the dome with this shit. Cause every time old boy say something, he's taking pieces of what he's saying and he's commenting on that. So it's like he's catching an idea in his head on what he's saying. But it sounds like he actually reading something. Somebody's reading something to him and he's repeating that shit. High level embezzlement. Yeah, no cap. No cap. Exactly what that is.
Produced as much funding for Ukraine as we have. That's why we're strong.
Thank you. Moving on to the Middle East. In October, Hamas attacked Israel, killing more than 1,000 people and taking hundreds of hostages. Among those held and thought to still be alive are 5 Americans. Israel's response has killed thousands of Palestinians and created a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. President Biden, you've put forward a proposal to resolve this conflict, but so far Hamas has not released the remaining hostages, and Israel is continuing its military offensive in Gaza. So what additional leverage will you use to get Hamas and Israel to end the war? You have 2 minutes.
Number one, everyone from the United Nations Security Council, straight through to the G7, to the Israelis and Netanyahu himself have
This
endorsed the plan I put
motherfucking
forward.
bubble mouth.
Endorsed the plan I put forward, which has 3 stages to it. The first stage is trade the hostages for a ceasefire. Second phase is a ceasefire with additional conditions. The third phase is the end of the war. The only one who wants the war to continue is Hamas. Number one, they're the only ones standing out. We're still pushing hard to get them to accept. In the meantime, what's happened? In Israel, we're finding that the only thing I've denied Israel was 2,000-pound bombs. They don't work very well in populated areas. They kill a lot of innocent people. We're providing Israel with all the weapons they need and when they need them. And by the way, I'm the guy that organized the world against Iran when they had a full-blown intercontinental ballistic missile attack on Israel. No one was hurt. No one Israeli was accidentally killed, and it stopped. We saved Israel. We are the biggest producer of support for Israel of anyone in the world. And so there are 2 different things. Hamas cannot be allowed to be continued. We continue to send our experts and our intelligence people as to how they can get Hamas like we did bin Laden. You don't have to do it. And by the way, they've been greatly weakened, Hamas, greatly weakened, and they should be. They should be eliminated. But you've got to be careful for using certain weapons among population centers.
Just going back to Ukraine for 1 second. We have an ocean separating us. The European nations together have spent $100 billion, or maybe more than that, less than us. Why doesn't he call them and say, you got to put up your money like I did with NATO? I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars. The Secretary General of NATO said Trump did the most incredible job I've ever seen. They wouldn't have any. They were going out of business. We were spending almost 100% of the money was paid by us.
Now, I ain't gonna cap. That sounds legit. Cause Trump, one thing I know with Trump, bro, Trump gonna make you spend your money. He ain't ready to kick out no money if he ain't got to. You going, oh yeah, if it's some shit, yeah, you need help from us, yeah, well, you got to pay. You got to come off something. We ain't just giving.
He didn't do that. He's getting all. You got to ask these people to put up the money. We're over $100 billion more spent, and it has a bigger impact on them because of location, because we have an ocean in between. You got to ask them. As far as Israel and Hamas, Israel's the one that wants to go. He said the only one that wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job. He doesn't want to do it. He's become like a Palestinian, but they don't like him because he's a very bad Palestinian. He's a weak one.
President Biden, you have a minute.
I've never heard so much foolishness. This is a guy who wants to get out of NATO. Are you going to stay in NATO? You're going to pull out of NATO. The idea that we have our strength lies in our alliances as well. It may be a big ocean, but we're ever able to avoid a war in Europe, a major war in Europe? What happens if, in fact, you have Putin continue to go into NATO? We have an Article 5 agreement. Attack on one is attack on all. You want to start the nuclear war he keeps talking about, go ahead. Let Putin go in and control Ukraine and then move on to Poland and other places. See what happens then. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about. And by the way, I got 50 other nations around the world to support Ukraine, including Japan and South Korea, because they understand that this kind of dislocation has a serious threat to the whole world peace. No major war in Europe has ever been able to be contained just to Europe.
President Trump, just to follow up, would you support the creation of an independent Palestinian state in order to achieve peace in the region?
I'd have to see, but before we do that, the problem we have is that we spend all the money. So they kill us on trade. I made great trade deals with the European nations because if you add them up, they're about the same size economically. Their economy is about the same size as the United States. And they were no cars, they don't want anything that we have, but we're supposed to take their cars, their food, their everything, their agriculture. I changed that. But the big thing I changed is they don't want to pay. And the only reason that he can play games with NATO is because I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars. I said, and he's right about this, I said, no, I'm not going to support NATO if you don't pay. They asked me that question: would you guard us against Russia, at a very secret meeting of the 28 states at that time, nations at that time? And I said, no, if you don't pay, I won't do that. And you know what happened? Billions and billions of dollars came flowing in the
But say
next day and the
billions
next
and
months.
billions.
But now we're in the same position. We're paying
Thank
everybody's
you.
bills.
We're paying everybody bills.
But say billions and billions.
Hey yo. Oh man. See? And shoot. What
Let
what
me
we
see.
been doing? We've been paying bills, bruh. We've been putting up money for this, putting up money for that. Yeah, we gonna send you this amount of much money. Yeah, oh y'all need some money. Oh yeah, you get some money.
Oh, you
Yeah,
need some missiles? Okay, we got y'all.
yeah. And this the thing, bruh. What's the thing? Now, would this be a issue if Trump was in office? I don't know. Hey, if he had an extra 4 years, would this have been the issue?
Shit, judging from appearances, probably not.
Mm. Cause I ain't gonna cap. Trump did seem to have the motherfuckers in check over there. Like, yeah, I mean, Putin came out with his what he was saying, and him and Trump get the plastic one out the cabinet.
Boys.
Yeah, so him and Trump used to have sit downs. They used to talk. They used to, you know what I'm saying? Where Kim got on his shit, he had a meeting with him. They talked. They hashed it out. Shit, that's what a leader's supposed to do. That's what I thought. Like, you supposed to avoid the conflict if you can, and you supposed to make deals and bargain and do all the stuff that you supposed to do so that you don't have to have a war.
Right.
Shit, shit. Biden, like, man, forget that. We having a war. Forget. I'm not. I kind of blame the war on you.
And then, speaking of war, shit, Biden and all but come with the draft.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's something that people ain't talking about either. Like these wars take people to fight.
Hmm. And
So,
that's and like Trump said, where he got the people out of there, them people came back with honor and dignity. You know what I'm saying? They ain't get ran out of there.
right. So, as this, election thing kick up, it's gonna be interesting to see what go down with this draft because if that become law, a lot of people gonna have to do a whole bunch of soul searching.
Hmm. And like I said, shoot, this ain't and y'all women, y'all better listen up close. Yeah, I mean, because y'all think that men is just gonna be the only ones getting drafted this go around. Shit, y'all ass is gonna be on that line too.
Again, what does that say? Show you how shit done changed.
Hmm. Cause
Like who would have thought that drafting women would ever be in a discussion?
hmm,
Like, do they understand what takes place in war?
hmm.
Like, look at some of that footage that they got of Ukraine. Some of them soldiers with them GoPro cameras on.
What? Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Say,
So
bro.
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. Even with the draft, you think you're gonna get a gender who is historically not been conditioned for acts of violence? You think you're gonna get them ready in some weeks to
Hmm.
go take heads? Good luck with that.
That's gonna that's gonna be just like them guys that came to help the 300 motherfuckers fight. You'll be like, gonna be like,
Boy,
yo, what y'all coming out
you
here
talking
for?
about the Athenians in this one.
Yeah, that's what y'all coming out here for. I mean, we coming to help y'all fight. Yo, what you do, bro? Yeah, I'm a blacksmith. I make leather belts and shit. Man, get your soft hand
That
ass
boy
out
say I'm a potter, performer. I write poetry.
of here. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know it's going to be interesting. Even though we know that this vote don't mean a hill of beans for the common person,
Hmm.
but like I say, neither side gonna be satisfied with any of the results. It don't matter who win. It's gonna be some. It's not gonna be a smooth transition. Let me say that. I don't believe. I think they're gonna keep gaslighting the public like they doing,
Hmm.
uh, and gaslighting you through these uh migrants and what they able to come over here and acquire. Whereas you got vets, people who have actually did tours of duty, living on the street.
Shit. Trump actually said, bro. Trump actually said what I said in like one of the earlier episodes when we was covering the migrants coming over here, and I was like, Trump getting them over here so he can boost up his numbers and shit. Yo, Trump actually said that shit, bro. I was like, damn, yo, Trump is wild, bro. He like, hey, he just getting the migrants over here so he can boost up his votes. I started rolling like, damn, bro. Like, so when
Like
B said we
it's
ahead,
common knowledge now.
shit. Heck yeah. What? Shit. If motherfucker can't see that shit, bro, then yeah, bro, you blind, bro. You blind. You ain't, yeah, glasses can't fix that.
Was it 12:38? So I'm finna get ready to bounce, bro. I still got to go
Okay.
in today.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I still got to go in today. But hey, you want to link back up tomorrow? So just let me know what's up.
Yeah, no, we can, all right, so yeah, it says B gotta, where we at on this? What's the time we at on this? 39. Okay. So it's still another hour. It's still another hour, probably like another 40 minutes of this shit. So when we come back tomorrow, yeah, I mean, we'll pick this up tomorrow right here where we left off at. And yeah, we'll do a part two to this.
Oh, okay, there he is.
You hear?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I
Okay.
thought I had lost you for a sec.
No. I was telling people like, well, we gonna do a part two to this. We'll pick up on this and right where we left off at, and we'll continue the rest of it because it's like another 40. It's like another 40 minutes on this joint.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Shoot, about the same time or what?
Yeah, about the same time. I mean,
Okay,
yeah, yeah, 11, 10, 11 my time Eastern. I mean, there's that 9, 10 your time.
okay, that's a bit.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll pick this up. We'll do a part two. So y'all get ready for that, and then after we finish off the part two on this, we're gonna get talking about what Naeem was talking about, the indigenous people versus the Native American people. And I got some head busters for that shit. So yeah, I mean, All y'all Native Americans,
Boy say
y'all
line it
ready to
up.
be sad. Yeah, y'all gonna be sad.
Boy say line that up.
Yeah. And we gonna talk about it. So yeah, salute everybody. I appreciate everybody that came in. Alice, you still in here? Yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping through. Communicating and chopping it up with us. That's a first. That's a first face. A fresh face I seen. Yeah, man. But
Oh,
everybody else, you already know what's up. Black Post, salute. Smitty, salute. Naeem, salute. Yeah, man. Theo, you already know what's up. Shit. But we out. We gon' Oh, snap. We got, hold on. The mask has come off. What's going on? The whole shell game has been revealed. It's obvious that Biden was always a puppet for these interests. Okay, yep. Uh-huh. Who were hiding behind him. Now it's all being exposed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Hey, Patrick. Salute, Patrick, coming through, dropping that in there. Yeah, man. You come through on the next one. Come through tomorrow, bro. Yeah, man.
yeah, real talk.
Yeah, we gonna do a part 2 tomorrow. So yeah, man, come through and chop it up with us.
All
Shit.
right, chop. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Salute everybody. Holler at y'all tomorrow.
Already. Let me got let me put something up here real quick. Y'all go to same old gossip reheated. I'm gonna put the link in the description for her channel. Without Google, she got a card game and it's called Without Google. It's dope fun game to play, especially with your family, so y'all need some family time. Y'all want a family game besides Monopoly and all the other bull crap games we always play. Here go a good one.
What is that very first song that stamped hip hop as your favorite genre? I'm not talking about the very first song you heard. I'm talking about that song that made you feel at home when you heard it. For me, it was Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life. I remember me and my brother, we were standing in front of the house and he was just describing to me how the little girl was singing the chorus. And in my head, not knowing how things work, of course, I'm like, hey, why he ain't pick me for that video? So I studied that video, studied that song, and I just knew that this is where I'm going to be at for the rest of my life. Or how about that very first pair of sneakers you bought? Now, I didn't have the money, but I begged my mom for like a month straight to have $75 so I can go get me some all-white Air Force Ones. At the time, they were only $65, plus tax made them $70, and then I needed some bus fare to get back and forth home. Because those times, somebody wanted some gas money, and I just ain't have it to give. You wasn't dipping into my Air Force One money. I dreamed about them shoes day in and day out until they was on my feet. You know how geeked I was to be walking around with those on? Now, what about the biggest sports moment that you heard about, even if you didn't watch sports? I still remember everybody and their mama talking about how AI crossed Jordan. Now, until that moment, you wouldn't even dare think that something like that could possibly happen to Jordan. So yeah, that was just the word that just I remember it. And I'll never forget the very first movie I remembered every line to, front to back. Because
all you do is spin record. That's all you do.
We were born in this culture. We were raised in this culture and seeing the evolution of this culture. And my passion for my culture compelled me to create Without Google the card game to test your knowledge of music, movies, sports, and fashion. Go over to withoutgoogle.store and make that purchase today. So the next time someone misses game night and it was lit, just let them know. You just had to be there.